world of the universe of the YouTube space. I'm back, you know. I was nursing the puppies. Oh my god. Can't get no good sleep, you guys, because I've been nursing puppies, you know. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, one of the mother dogs, she not making enough milk for her puppies. And one of them fight off the other dog. So I have to be stepping in with a little bottle feeding. Just a little bottle feeding, you guys. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. And so far, I'm pleased with it. It messed up my sleep schedule because when I should be sleeping, I'm like nursing puppy now. In about 12 o'clock, I'm gonna check back on puppy. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Thank you for the sandals. I wear a size 40. This is gonna be too short for my foot. Yeah, that shit don't friggin' work. Fit. Man, a size 40, big foot, you know. 41 preferably. Just but verify. Prefer bigger than my foot than small. Guys, as I open the bag, you want to see me I look around for see if golden run comes. See golden here? Golden check-in, you guys. Golden present herself long time. Oh shit. Let me get the popcorn. More than just a million trillion billion. More than just a million trillion.
developers of Go My App was the worst business decision I ever made. Watch this. Build me a personal finance track.
Because we can do whatever you want to do. Watch for watch, house for house, M for M. I'm with it. I got AMP's entire net worth on a one USB stick in some sticky deposit box somewhere. Okay, buddy? We're not going to go there. We're not going to go there.
Tyson and XQC have been quietly at war for over a year, and it's some.
We can go ban for ban, watch for watch.
First, it was a throwaway joke about subs. Then it became actual view-botting accusations. Then a $100,000 bet went unpaid, and Kai just blocked his number. And somehow, that's still not even the most damaging part of this whole story. So let's go all the way back to where this actually started, because it began as something almost nobody took seriously. Back in December 2024, XQC was just clowning around on a call with Agent and Stable Ronaldo, calling Kai's subathons the Kai Strat, which was basically just a joke about Kai Cenat begging for subs.
Yeah? Is that what you wanted, bro? You wanted me to cry? Oh my, here we go, bro. Drop 100 kisses if you want me to be happy, guys. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's a good strat. Wow.
The Kai Cenat strat, she's really, dude.
Wow.
Agent, you let him do that?
Wait, when does Kai find the subs?
Oh, I got to say something, Q.
When does he not?
Say something, Q. Oh, Agent, say something.
No, stop this. Invite me.
Harmless trolling, at least on XQC's end. But Kai didn't take it that way at all.
This message is for XQC, okay? No cap, bro. Gets to a point where 3 strikes and you're out. I'll be relaxing. I've always showed feeling support. I've always been cool, collected, never talk. Very cool and collected. But when there's little jabs in there and not saying, and I'm not saying nothing, then feel free that they can make even more jabs. And I'm gonna be chilling, chat, facts or not. I'm on my business, facts or not. What of my mother, bro? I try my best to mind my business. I was even address something. I've been relaxing. Everything that happens that's a part of me ends up being kind of something else. XQC, bro.
Well, go in your head, man.
You turn into this like person that's just like every once in a while I see a new clip of
Goldie, you're tired, Goldie. Goldie.
you just talk about me and I'm like, damn, are you dead? Like, damn. Like, what the like, damn, like, you dead ass? The nigga will literally talk in jabs and punches. Felix, I'm on my business, gang. You said, that nigga's gonna say, oh my god, he only does this, he don't do nothing this, he cried for subs. Gang, I don't see so many, like, we could do whatever.
Right now, me I cry for some subs too, and nobody not sub.
Overseas, IRL, I done did gaming, and you was on my, I was gaming element, you was in my chat, offering me $25,000 for each boss that I fought. Every time you came back in, let's not even bring it up, no, let's bring up the facts, gang. Glaze me, bitch. Glaze me, cause talk and don't remember what the they be doing. You was just on my, wait, you was just on my, yeah, you was offering $50,000 to $25,000 to $50,000 for every boss I fought. What are you talking about? And I know he gonna see this. And don't try to watch flexes with me, please. Cause we can do whatever you want to do. Watch for watch, house for house, M for M. I'm with it. You can't do that with me. So don't try to do some. No, I'll fill up my whole arm, and I'm very humble, gang. You feel me? Like I hate when do that, gang. Just like
3 strikes and you're out, according to Kai. And he wasn't holding back, bringing up how much he'd supported XQC over the years and offering to go band for band, house for house. Now, initially, XQC's response was a lot calmer.
I can't even defend myself because I feel like there's nothing to defend or there's nothing to go against. It's not even like this guy actually understands it. Brother, people call me a panhandler all the time. Bro, we call each other no content. Me and everybody else would say, you have no content, your stream is dog, you're a panhandler, homeless, dumb fuck. It's just the way we do it. Like, it's not like some hit at anybody. It's not serious like that. I don't know why it's like this massive thing now. I don't get it.
watch for watch, house for.
Oh no. Brother, you do not brother. Come on. You do not want to go band for band. We're not going there.
House M for M, I'm with it.
Brother, I got AMP's entire net worth on a one USB stick in some sticky deposit box somewhere, okay, buddy? We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there.
Yo, Kai, you be too.
Calling each other broke or a panhandler is apparently just how they've always talked. But Kai wasn't exactly buying that explanation. And from there, things stayed cold, with their fan bases picking sides every single time a new clip surfaced. By the summer of 2025, it stopped being jokes entirely. XQC accused Kai's closest friends, Reggie and Rakai, of viewbotting.
Hey, I saw you talking about something.
Viewbotters?
Yeah, what was up with that? What
Really?
happened?
Get off viewbotters. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck saying anybody these days. I'm not bro. Anything that I play this racket where like I need those like collabs. I don't give a fuck. All viewbotters. I don't care to say it. People become like from a 1 candy to 20 candy overnight. Like bro, I mean I've been here before. Like I'm not stupid. Like that's just bought up the wazoo. And I would be open to the conversation that like it's their agency doing it. It's like these new guys like they come from Hollywood. They don't know, so like they're just trying to like. This guy might be the GOAT. Like this is doing it better. 1K next day, 800. Next day, 8K. Next day, 60K. That's the GOAT. I mean, then they have 20, 20, 20, 30, 20. That's the absolute GOAT of streaming. I mean, we've been doing it all wrong for like a whole decade. We're fucking stupid. Like, I wasn't even naming names. Like, brother, when the number is like that, it's just no good. Like, it's not. Is that? And you compare some of these other guys. Sometimes, yeah, it's what like it's up and it just doesn't add up. That's motion, brother. 37% validated viewer, bro. 30% validated viewer. I mean, you have to be kidding me, right, brother? That's less than 30%, bro. That's 31% validation, bro. 31% validation. That's not motion. That's counter motion.
Going from 1,000 viewers to 60,000 overnight, when only 30% of that audience is actually validated, isn't a small red flag, especially when someone like XQC claims that. Now, I'm not saying XQC is some sort of genius. We all know he's probably the complete opposite of that. But you have to realize that he's been in the streaming game a long time and knows what real growth looks like. On top of that, fans started piling on with at over 100,000 viewers to
Thank
XQC's
you for
chat
the
on
happy
an average
birthday
day.
wish.
And
Thank
Kai's
you.
response wasn't to address any of it directly.
Hi, Dallas Hunter.
Viewbotters?
I see. Yeah, what was up with that? What
Really?
happened?
That like people are entitled to their opinion. People, could just think whatever they want. That's fine. That's okay. Psych, I fucking lied. I'm tired of the dick riding. Get off my. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. It's like I be holding back too much. I'm about to just let rain. Like I'm tired. Nigga. Like I ain't even gonna lie. All of that shit. All of that. Be honest. This is no bias. This is no nothing off aggression. This is nothing off negativity. It look like you dicking, gang. Like you might not realize it, but I'ma help you. It kind of look like you dicking, like real shit. Like I'm not even trying to be funny or mean. I'ma go ahead and say it looked like you dicking just a little bit. You feel me? Now it's not even directly me. He didn't say my name, but he talking about my mans and shit. That these my niggas. You feel me? Like you're not about to belittle what these niggas got going on, because you can't fathom what's happening in this current day of time.
Not exactly the receipts anyone was hoping for. And it escalated even further when Kai called XQC during a live stream with 21 Savage and asked him if he's up for a 100,000 bet.
I'm on stream. The whole chat is spamming for me to call you. I'm with 21 Savage. We're running back a wager. You do not have to bet, but the chat is telling me that if you want to bet, to call you. Yo, I'm putting 100K on 21.
What?
Just give me my money. He said what? Yeah, I didn't hear you. He said 100K on 21.
XQC ended up winning the bet. So you'd like to think that after two multimillionaires make a bet in front of probably well over 100,000 live viewers, that they'd shake hands, honor the agreement, and part ways. But it went a bit differently, because Kai ended up blocking XQC's number instead.
I'm gonna send on business. Chat, I'm gonna send on business. Ready? Kai still owes me 100K, right? Just donate whatever the fuck he owed me to Team Water. How about that? I don't have to do it myself. But he owes me 100,000. So just put it right here above the arm, man. I'll pay you for the difference. Kai blocked my number, fair enough, right? No drama there, just blocked my number, right? So I can't collect my 100K, which is fine, right? So I thought, dude, just put it for a good cause. And I'll double that on top of that, right? Just right there, that's already almost 250, 250, 200K right there, boom. And then Jinxie will pop in with another, what, like 200? Like minimum.
Jinxie.
Yeah, something like that.
Whoa. I'm only doing 100,000 if Aiden and X do 100,000.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. She's doing 200. Everyone on this call is donating 100 grand. I'm also
100,000.
I will go with the water there, you guys.
When Kai tried to flip the story by claiming XQC was blowing up his phone, the actual messages told a completely different story.
Every time I see SQC say something, I DM that. Say, hey, bro, we got a problem. He sent me a whole paragraph saying, no, we don't have no problem. But then he goes again. I think there's something mental. I think there's something wrong with the and that's fine.
Okay, whoa, buddy. I sent him one text like last year. Like, I just told him he got baited. Why are you making it like that? I mean, I'll leave DMs. I don't give a fuck. I mean, she just.
Every time I see SQC say something, I DM that nigga. I say, hey, bro, we got a problem. He sent me a whole paragraph saying, no, we don't have no problem. Then he goes,
I go to bed full, I go to
touch base
tired.
and pipe down without all the internet noise to tell you I care about you. I'm not a snake in the grass. I'm doing mud at phase, and then
Into
back
your
and
belly
forth,
full.
and now agent got into the mix, and I thought I threw mud at him and AMP for fun, and when he hopped into our call. So I don't know why he says that she DMs me when there's a problem, and I respond with messages. So yeah, there's a problem with me. It's a problem. Just don't make false statements. So I don't care.
Barely any messages at all, according to the receipts, which makes the original claim a lot harder to believe. Around this same stretch, Kai was also catching heat for refusing to donate to MrBeast's Team Water charity, especially once Aiden Ross offered to match whatever Kai gave.
And seriously, a super cool movement. What do you think about me donating 100K? You think that's too low? Or, well, 400K if Kai, 100K if no Kai. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's.
Boy, I wish I had this kind of money that I just throw around. Oh, let me donate 100,000.
Whatever works best for you. No, I don't think you should
$5
Kai
or
does,
something.
man. Like, let Kai do what he needs to do, and again, it'd be great to push him to do something, but what you do should be like independent of others, right? But that's just my way of viewing it. But,
Yo, bro.
hopefully,
Oh,
it works out. But I think you should just do. If you can afford 400K and you've got that 400K lying around, you want to do that, then I reckon you just.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. 100, bro. You know how to get the chat moving.
Kai never actually donated, and when asked to explain why, the answer wasn't much of an answer at all.
I never got to tell you how that shit made me feel because of who you are and how your humor and like how you are as a person. I'm not holding this against you. I'm not putting it past you because I know who you are as a person. Read between the lines. No, listen.
For a guy who will bet 6 figures on a game of 2K, going quiet in a situation like this is a bit odd.
Wait, I think I have 2 different Kai snap numbers. See if he answers. What are we laughing about?
I'm farming in the shadows.
Yeah, no answer.
BOGO plus 40% off is now live. This summer, we are giving traders more.
imagine Mr. Beast calling your phone and not
We tried,
answer.
GG.
What's a cloud?
Now, I'm not saying that Mr. Beast is a saint all of a sudden, because we all know he's not. But I have to give credit where it's due, as he did step in to defend Kai during the Team Water stream.
Well, this is a live stream. You gotta say it.
Okay, I was just gonna say it'd be funny if Kai came in and put it over 1,050,000 just to get back at you guys for the little bit of trash talk.
There wasn't trash talk.
You said you would donate 400K if he did.
Yeah.
I guess that's not trash talk, but or at least maybe not
You
you,
put
but
us up to it.
your community runs with it. Hey, by the way, to the community that's been clipping and
Dude,
dogging
yes,
on
he's
him,
yeah.
let's all chill. Like,
No, I know. It's insane.
No, I'm actually being serious. Chill. Like, Kai doesn't have to donate to Team Water. Obviously, there are charities I don't donate to. But just everyone, calm the hell down.
No, I know. They thought that one clip where you mentioned the person was him, and I was
No,
like,
but they didn't think. They just assumed it was to get viral clips.
I know. You know why? It's because they get paid off it now.
Well, I responded and cleared it up. But hey, everyone, hop off the Kai hate phoner. Seriously.
I agree. Seriously, it's kind of cringe.
Yeah, I also have this problem where like I kind of add on to those jokes or whatever, but I don't mean bad.
You don't mean hard, but you do it
Yeah,
to
but I
everyone.
mean, we obviously want.
You do it to every streamers.
We made like a joke or two, but the problem is like
got
we made
stretched out.
jokes with, like you said, dozens of streamers. But that one they ran with it way too much, and it's just
because they
well, it's me off.
they're trying to create some animosity.
Yeah, well, me and Kai have done a lot of cool stuff, and I love Kai, so I just don't like seeing people talking.
What's that supposed to mean?
Dude, you can't say a fucking name if I tell the story.
Okay, I'll name then.
You all? No, I don't.
I won't say the name. I won't say the name.
Okay. Yeah, I was inviting people to the stream. One said yes. And then I mentioned that Aiden would also be streaming. I was like, yeah, last time he helped raise over $2 million for charity. Like, it's great. You know, I'm trying to raise as much as possible. And he's like, oh, I should have even said he. The person was like, well, when I come on, can Aiden just, like, get off the stream and just go in a different room? I was like, no, not really. It's on his stream. And they're like, oh, I can't do it.
I'm not gonna lie, I was half expecting Mr. Beast to double down and hit Kai with the...
Yeah, there's this charity thing called Team Water. You know, a big thing. People die from it.
But I was pleasantly surprised when he said that he wasn't expecting him to donate. And what's even more interesting here is that XQC agreed.
They can help out poor countries.
Chat, I'm gonna pre-figure this. I don't know what this is gonna be. I think it's gonna be probably a bad thing. I guess I'm gonna do chat. When it comes to charity chat, I think people should just leave people alone. Like, dude. I think if you're about to pressure or somebody to do something and they don't want to do it, you stop there. It's enough. Like, if you ask somebody or whatever to do for somebody to be part of a charity and they just don't respond or I think you have to move on. Otherwise, it's just all.
And give them clean water.
I do agree with. I agree with the sentiment and the energy, but I don't agree with the extension of that energy. Why? Because if I make a charity tomorrow or whatever, and I'm like, yo, dude, my friends donated this. Like, where's this guy's donation? I don't think it's a good precedence. I don't think. I know it's for charity and it's for good. So like everybody feels kind of like they're justified in that line of thinking, but I don't think it's fantastic. I don't really agree with it. A lot of charities kind of people were doing on the stream a while back. I ignored entirely. I dodged entirely. I go into other shit. I just think that, dude, there's a lot of causes out there, and I don't want to be part of this one. It's not a big deal. Like, it's not a big deal.
Coming from the guy still owed $100,000, that's a genuinely surprising olive branch. Even Aiden Ross, who Kai had kept some distance from over the toxic side of his community, came around to giving him credit.
Kai kind of made the marathon streams like popping again.
Facts.
And then now everyone's doing like.
I think what Kai made streaming where everybody wants to stream. That's what Kai did. I could say he made it so mainstream to a point where literally like, what the this person's a streamer now? That's the Kai effect. And that's something I could say he really.
Well, I think it's also just doing an Elden Ring marathon or doing something.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Those are more doable. Like you can't. It's a lot harder for people to go out and do what Speed does and be essentially a mime comedian. On the street in front of random people and the gear and everything. But most people have a gaming.
Okay, I gotta interject, guys. People are gonna hate me for this. Kai elevated and pushed marathons further up, but the blueprint is a copy. Flat out.
Who did it first? Ludwig?
Oh, so you go.
Who did the marathons?
Marathons were everywhere. It's what it is. It's not. It's not just shots fired. Elevating is something a lot more important than making it the first. You're never gonna be the first on anything. Well done. It's gonna be a half copy or inspired by it, right? Elevating is very, very important.
But for most people, he's the first one they ever saw. So
for most people, this first stream they ever watched ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's what I mean.
Yeah, like Ninja did that back in the day, and then Kai's the new one who brought a bunch of people to Twitch that wouldn't have otherwise been on it. Like the amount of times, like in November or October, whenever he was doing that month-long thing. Yeah, like that I opened up Twitch on I never would have. Was like crazy.
Yeah, people saying I'm a hater. Guys, that would be like saying that Ludwig made subathons. That's brain dead. Subathons are the most common endeavor for partners that were at a low, medium range to create income for themselves. That's just what it is.
But for normies like me to
But not everyone was convinced the goodwill erased everything, especially once people brought up Kai's own unfulfilled promise from the start of 2024.
But the process of me building this new school in Nigeria has officially been stamped today, as in terms of like it's a go-go, okay? So this new school in Makoko for the kids that live in Makoko in Nigeria, I started working on the school. Right now, if you're Africa or anything or like Nigeria and stuff like that, and you know the best people that could hands down get the paint job good, get the right equipment they need, and is willing to get their hands dirty for the right amount of money to get paid and let me know, okay? They are working very hard right now, removing what gotta be removed and shit, like getting the school ready and shit. And I think I'll be documenting this. I think I'm gonna be on some like, I'm gonna make this a video because this is crazy, bro.
But 2 years later, nothing's actually been built, and a visit to the site itself turned up no progress at all. Donating to charity is one thing. That's optional, no matter how much pressure gets applied. Following through on a promise you made yourself to real kids waiting on an actual school is a different kind of accountability entirely, and it's the one part of this whole saga that's honestly hard to defend. And finally, the accusation that tied everything together.
I don't know if you guys haven't noticed this, but Kai Cenat hasn't streamed in 13 days, bro. Listen, I told y'all he's been botting for the past 2 years. Listen, this tweet came out 13 days ago. Kai Cenat hasn't streamed in 13 days. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out that this guy's botting. This guy never had 100K real viewers. It's all a psyop, man. Listen, Kai Cenat bots his viewers. A lot of these streamers all bot. Listen, Kick has 100% real viewers, bro. You can really see that. Combi's a bigger streamer than Kai Cenat. Aiden Ross, Cuff'em, they're all bigger than Kai Cenat, man.
The timing lined up just badly enough to make the theory stick, because right as Twitch rolled out a new detection system, Kai all of a sudden stopped streaming. Now, it is possible this was just a normal break after 30 straight days of streaming, but that's exactly the problem at this point. Stack the viewbotting claims, the unpaid bet, the ghosted charity, and the stored school together, and a normal break stops looking like a coincidence. It reads as one more data point in a pattern people have already made up their minds about. So here's the real question. When Mr. Beast and XQC, the two people with the least reason to defend him, end up being the ones telling everyone to back off, does that actually clear Kai's name, or does it just mean even the people who don't like him know it's all gone too far? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, smack the like and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you in the next one.
SoCup flexible bookings on the booking.
I need to go check on the puppy again. Guys, every 30 minutes I have to check on the puppy. And make sure I'm alright. Yeah. Every 30 minutes. I check on the mom's school. Yeah, not good. cool like ice. Earlier it was cold like ice. I'm good now. I turn off the fan and lock the windows. Better them hot than them cold.
Watch me build an entire mobile app in 3 prompts with 0 coding. Build me a personal finance tracker called Ledger. Dark theme dashboard.
You know, we're trying to raise money to get people clean water.
Hey
all around the
everybody,
world.
what's
It's,
up?
big
Y'all
thing.
come on to
People
the
die
live.
from it. And
What's up?
Basically,
Wagwan.
we're all donating. He's getting all the credit, but we're all getting pressured into donating in front of, hundreds of thousands of people.
Bro, I got a text about threatening illegal. Try it, bro. Please try it. I swear, bro.
Jinxie called this whole thing out months ago, got ignored, and now everyone is slowly coming around and saying he was right the whole time. Aiden Ross is publicly asking where the money actually went. XQC admitted the tactics were way too much. And Mr. Beast's response to all of it? Threatening to sue people for bringing it up. Let's go back to the beginning. In August 2025, Mr. Beast launched Team Water, a charity to raise money for clean drinking water in Africa by building wells. Great cause, genuinely. Nobody's disputing that. The problem was the method he used to actually raise the money, because it wasn't a normal fundraiser. What Mr. Beast did was get a huge group of streamers on a live call, cold at other big names while hundreds of thousands of people were watching, and then asked them on the spot whether they wanted to donate to stop people dying of thirst. That's not really a question you can say no to. And that was kind of the point. Asmongold got randomly dropped into the group call with no warning and was immediately put in that exact position in front of a massive live audience.
Moneybag Yo just turned 34 years old. It's life. It's sad. This is the same man who built his whole identity around money, around wealth, around never being broke again. The Rolls Royces, the ice, the designer, everything. The number, one album, all of it was supposed to be the proof that he made it out. That the kid from South Memphis who grew up with nothing had finally won. But behind all of that shine, the bag was never as big as he needed you to believe. The image that the whole world bought into, somebody else was paying for it. And what just came to life is going to change the way you see everything about this
Moneybag Yo.
Music, the lifestyle, the come-up story, all of it. We're about to break it all the way down. Stay locked in. Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome back. Now look, before we get into this, I need y'all to understand something. Moneybag Yo is not just any rapper. This man built an entire brand around the idea.
Like up the video.
That he came from nothing and turned it into everything. And that the lifestyle he shows the world is real. That has been his identity from day one. So when information starts surfacing that challenges all of that, it hits different than it would for somebody else. Because the money is literally in the name. And what we are about to get into cuts right at the core of that. So buckle up, because this story goes deeper than any headline has been willing to take it. Let's keep it 100 from the jump. The mother of Dwayne White Jr. was born on September 22nd, 1991, in Memphis, Tennessee. South Memphis to be exact. Walker home. And if you know anything about Memphis, you know that neighborhood wasn't handing out any shortcuts. His mother raised him as a single parent. The lights weren't always on.
Hold on, guys. I'm trying to turn on lights.
The furniture wasn't always there. Real talk. This man grew up understanding poverty in a way that most people only hear about in songs. And ironically, those very experiences would eventually become the foundation of everything he built. He started going by Moneybag Yo and began putting out music in 2011 with his first single. Over the next few years, he was grinding independently, dropping mixtape after mixtape. Projects like From the Block to the Booth, Relentless, All Gas No Brakes, Federal Reloaded.
3 warning signs that your blood pressure is high. 1. Frequent urination. 2. Blurred vision. 3. Dry mouth or lips.
And ELO. These weren't major label releases. These were pure hustle. Memphis to the world output, building a local fan base on grit and consistency. Now let me break it down for y'all. In the early stages of his career, Moneybag was earning somewhere between $1,500 to $2,500 per performance.
Thank y'all for the likes.
Superstar yet. He was
What's
the
up?
hungry kid from South Memphis who could see exactly where he wanted to go, but hadn't gotten there yet. That changed in 2016.
What's up, guys?
Gotti's collective music group, giving him infrastructure, distribution power, and a real platform to reach a wider audience. Then came Federal 3X in October 2017. His major label debut through Interscope Records. That project peaked at number 5 on the Billboard 200. 5 on his debut. That wasn't luck, fam. That was years of groundwork finally catching away. He followed that up with Too Heartless in 2018. Then his debut studio album Reset later that same year, which debuted at number 13 on the Billboard 200 and featured J. Cole, Future, and Kodak Black. Then 43 made Heartless in 2019. Then Time Served in January 2020, which launched his first Billboard Hot 100 charting singles. And then The Crown Jewel, A Gangster's Pain in April 2021, his first #1 album on the Billboard 200. His signature song, Wokeisha, Time Today. The whole culture was locked in. Moneybagg Yo had officially arrived as one of the biggest names in modern hip-hop. His Speak Now project in 2024 kept that commercial streak alive. His collaborations read like a who's who of the genre. Future, Lil Baby, Gunna, Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla, Lil Durk, Morgan Wallen. And the lifestyle that came with all of it became just as recognizable as the music. Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, custom jewelry, designer fits. 8 children he's spoken openly about providing for. He converted to Islam in 2018, relocated from Memphis to
8 children. My God.
Atlanta for safety. And by
Hey, listen, I have about 15 Pomeranian dogs, so I'm not saying nothing. Just as bad.
every visible metric had beaten the streets. For a kid who grew up without lights or running water in South Memphis, all of that meant something.
You have any cotton
It was
bud around
cool.
here?
It was the whole point. But here's where it gets real spicy. Because the story of how that empire was actually built is now the subject of a lawsuit that is shaking people's understanding of everything they thought they knew about this man's coming. Now, this is where we got to address the part that has the internet going absolutely
They're
crazy.
fine, people
Because
can
while
find a
Moneybagg
loophole,
Yo
give me.
has been moving like a man who owns the world, a legal case has been quietly working its way through the courts and Shelby
Good things in my brain, I click when I see the puppy milk. I
And
say,
when it
oh,
reemerged in headlines recently,
you know what I know?
damn,
I bet I'll right now.
using words they don't usually associate with the man who just
That
had a
first
moment.
24-hour milk I see her. You want to see her around there move like
The
that?
person who filed that lawsuit, her name is Sherry Jackson Floyd, and her story starts long before Rock Nation, long before the #1 albums, long before the Rolls Royces. It starts back in 2015 at a Bank of America branch, where Jackson Floyd was working as a financial professional and first crossed paths with a young Demario White. At that time, according to court documents, the man who would become Moneybagg Yo
She has become alive and moving better. Still look cold though. Still look cold, but she active. She actively latching on. Cause she said, oh, this milk nicer. I gave her to Bella, you guys. Bella have 5 puppies. You want to see them? Bella had 4 puppies and I give her the, she's sorry getting one for me now. Every 30 minutes I must check on her. See another 30 minutes gone there.
was earning between $1,525.
Wow, time of fly, guys.
His finances were described in the complaint as a mess. His credit was in bad shape, and he was, according to the complaint, prone to get into trouble. But Jackson Floyd saw potential, and according to her legal complaint, the two developed a relationship that deepened significantly toward the end of 2016, right around the time he was signing with CMG. She says she stepped into the role of both his personal and business manager. And what happened next is where this story gets complicated in ways that no headline has fully captured. Let me break it down for y'all. According to the complaint, which was originally filed in Shelby County Circuit Court on September 20th, 2019, and later amended in September 2022, Jackson Floyd didn't just advise Moneybagg Yo from a distance. She claims she got her hands dirty in ways that most people would never expect. She registered trademarks for his brand. She filed the documentation to legally recognize Bread Gang Enterprises as a limited liability company in Tennessee. She handled day-to-day operations, and beyond the business administration, her legal team alleges she used her own money and her own credit to invest between $1.5 million and $2 million directly into building the Moneybagg Yo brand. That's not a typo. The lawsuit alleges she personally financed significant parts of the image that the world came to associate with Moneybagg Yo's early success. Her attorney, Ralph Gibson of Gibson Perryman Attorneys at Law, told reporters that she paid off his credit cards when he called asking for help. She purchased $50,000 worth of jewelry for him. She funded social media promotional campaigns to grow his online presence. She
Make him look
reportedly
rich,
helped
yeah.
care for several of his children. And then there's the Rolls Royce.
Yeah, that's why I
According
want
to the
Andy
complaint,
to
she
help
put
us get the apartment so them can say,
$125,000
yes,
down
she
on a
rich.
Rolls Royce that was used
And the views them
specifically
go
to help
back up.
build and promote
Boom.
the Moneybagg Yo.
3 things men experience before giving erectile dysfunction.
Mhm.
1, dribbling after peeing. Most men just think this
Plus I
is
can
part
get
of
to fix
getting
my house.
older. It's not. It's your ischiocavernosus
Brand image.
That's gonna
The
be
very car
amazing.
that helped project the lifestyle. The very flex that was supposed
I need
to
this
tell
house
the
fixed,
world
bro.
this man
It's
was
been
already
5
rich,
years. Taking
was
forever,
allegedly
man.
purchased using her money and her credit.
Hey,
And
a lot of
that
people
detail,
don't get to
fam,
see them house
is what
complete, you
started
know. You
the
can stay
internet
there.
going in on the phrase "fake it till you make it."
Yeah,
But
take
here's where it
to
gets
the make
real. Because the luck
guys, I'm not I wasn't listening
to the
now.
complaint, which was original.
Cause me never know so some money bag you in a problem. I've started over from the beginning.
Moneybagg Yo just turned 34 years old, and his life is sad. And this is the same man who built his whole identity around money, around wealth, around never being broke again. The Rolls Royces, the ice, the designer, everything, the number, 1 albums, all of it was supposed to be the proof that he made it out. That the kid from South Memphis who grew up with nothing had finally won. But behind all of that shine, the bag was never as big as he needed you to believe. The image that the whole world bought into, somebody else was paying for it. And what just came to light is going to change the way you see everything about this man. The music, the lifestyle, the come-up story, all of it. We about to break it all the way down. Stay locked in. Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome back. Now look, before we get into this, I need y'all to understand something. Moneybagg Yo is not just any rapper. This man built an entire brand around the idea that he got money, that he came from nothing and turned it into everything, and that the lifestyle he shows the world is real. That has been his identity from day one. So when information starts surfacing that challenges all of that, it hits different than it would for somebody else. Because the money is literally in the name, and what we are about to get into cuts right at the core of that. So buckle up, because this story goes deeper than any headline has been willing to take it. Let's keep it 100 from the jump. Demario Dwayne White Jr. was born on September 22nd, 1991, in Memphis, Tennessee. South Memphis, to be exact. Walker Homes. And if you know anything about Memphis, you know that neighborhood wasn't handing out any shortcuts. His mother raised him as a single parent. The lights weren't always on. The water didn't always run. The furniture wasn't always there. Real talk. This man grew up understanding poverty in a way that most people only hear about in songs. And ironically, those very experiences would eventually become the foundation of everything he built. He started going by Moneybagg Yo and began putting out music in 2011 with his first single. Over the next few years, he was grinding independently, dropping mixtape after mixtape. Projects like From the Block to the Booth, Relentless, All Gas No Brakes, Federal Reloaded, and ELO. These weren't major label releases. These were pure hustle. Memphis to the world output, building a local fan base on grit and consistency. Now let me break it down for y'all. In the early stages of his career, Moneybagg was earning somewhere between $1,500 to $2,500 per performance. That's it. He wasn't the superstar yet. He was the hungry kid from South Memphis who could see exactly where he wanted to go.
Hey, let me tell you this right now. You see, when you have that type of hunger there, may it never go away. That hunger when you're just starting out, when you want it so freaking bad, may that hunger never leave you. Yeah. Because after you reach, it's like, you don't even want to put out like I used to put out. You're just like, whatever, man. May that hunger never leave you. You hear what my girl said? Still hustling and like rent due. Yeah, she's still a hustle same way like rent due. Doja Cat. A Doja Cat? I don't remember. One of them said that. Yeah. Still hustling like rent due. Go, girl. Yeah. I'm in my go yard. You go, girl. Go, girl. I want to put on my cream. I don't know where it is. And guys, where's my cream at, guys? Where's my creamy? Guys, where's my creamy? Creamy, creamy, creamy ice cream. Yeah, but you want the extra strength more want, you know, because it helps. It helps clear up the toes. Guys, it clear up my toes too, you know. My God, you want to see my feet right now. Oh my God, the farm life is not nice. Guys, I work on the farm so hard. I work without any form of, what do you call it now? I work without any form of, without any form of boots. I was barefooted in this beast, walking around on the farm. Barefoot. Yeah, man. Get up and say, oh, I'm going to cut down the whole of this blood knot one day with one axe. What you mean? Right now. Give me the axe, let me do it. Yeah, man. No joke. So, yeah, man, I get the axe and I go cut down the woodland them. Yeah. No, I don't even go around the back of the farm no more, you guys. Too much bush. Too much mosquito, too much wasp. The one time the wasp do me the bad time, I don't want to go back around there. Yeah, man, some wasp. Some me around, some me back up in a wasp, you guys. Wasp after wasp. It was not fun. Does the USA send in Jamaica? Where in the world are you beautiful? Oh, hi, I just seen the messages. Sorry, I just hear rambling. You're strong. Have a good night. Thank you. Yeah, man. Anyway, fake till you make watch how I go fake till me make watch, remember me told you know. I mean not hide it like money your bag if you said it really go for you. Me I make you know say me not have it and me I act like me have it. You have to put yourself in alignment until it come true. Fake it till you make it. Yes.
Hadn't gotten there yet. That changed in 2016 when he signed with Yo Gotti's collective music group, giving him infrastructure, distribution power, and a real platform to reach a wider audience. Then came Federal 3X in October 2017, his major label debut through Interscope Records. That project peaked at number 5 on the Billboard 200. 5 on his debut. That wasn't luck, fam. That was years of groundwork finally catching a wave. He followed that up with Too Heartless in 2018. Then his debut studio album, Reset, later that same year, which debuted at number 13 on the Billboard 200 and featured J. Cole, Future, and Kodak Black. Then 43 Very Heartless in 2019. Then Time Served in January 2020, which launched his first Billboard Hot 100 charting singles. And then The Crown Jewel, A Gangster's Pain in April 2021, his first number 1 album on the Billboard 200. his signature song, Wokesha. Time Today, the whole culture was locked in.
I just look at my wrist, I got Time Today. That's the song I like.
Moneybagg Yo had officially arrived as one of the
Don't
biggest
play with me,
names
don't
in
play with
modern
me, don't
hip-hop.
play with
His
me.
Speak Now project in 2024 kept that commercial streak alive. His collaborations read like a who's who of the genre. Future, Lil Baby, Gunna, Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla, Lil Durk, Morgan Wallen. And the lifestyle that came with all of it became just as recognizable as the music. Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, custom jewelry.
It's a match
designer
aesthetics.
fits. 8 children he's spoken openly about providing for. He
Yes,
converted
it
to
is a real
Islam
dad.
in 2018, relocated from Memphis to Atlanta for safety, and by every visible metric had beaten the streets. For a kid who grew up without lights or running water in South Memphis, all of that meant something. It was proof. It was the whole point. But here's where it gets real spicy. Because the story of how that empire was actually built is now the subject of a lawsuit that is shaking people's understanding of everything they thought they knew about this man's come up. Now, this is where we got to address the part that has the internet going absolutely crazy. Because while Moneybagg Yo has been moving like a man who owns the world, a legal case has been quietly working its way through the courts in Shelby County, Tennessee for years. And when it reemerged in headlines recently, fam, people started using words they don't usually associate with the man who just had a number, one album. Words like exposed. And the person who filed that lawsuit, her name is Sherry Jackson Floyd. And her story starts long before Rock Nation, long before the #1 albums, long before the Rolls Royces. It starts back in 2015 at a Bank of America branch where Jackson Floyd was working as a financial professional and first crossed paths with a young Demario White. At that time, according to court documents, the man who would become Moneybagg Yo was earning between $1,500 to $2,500 per performance. His finances were described in the complaint as a mess. His credit was in bad shape, and he was, according to the complaint, prone to get into trouble. But Jackson Floyd saw potential, and according to her legal complaint, the two developed a relationship that deepened significantly toward the end of 2016, right around the time he was signing with CMG. She says she stepped into the role of both his personal and business manager. And what happened next is where this story gets complicated in ways that no headline has fully captured. Let me break it down for y'all. According to the complaint, which was originally filed in Shelby County Circuit Court on September 20th, 2019, and later amended in September 2022, Jackson Floyd didn't just advise Moneybagg Yo from a distance. She claimed she got her hands dirty in ways that most people would never expect. She registered trademarks for his brand. She filed the documentation to legally recognize Bread Gang Enterprises as a limited liability company in Tennessee. She handled day-to-day operations, and beyond the business administration, her legal team alleges she used her own money and her own credit to invest between $1.5 million and $2 million directly into building the
Andy,
Moneybagg Yo
you're
brand.
not investing
That's not a
in
typo.
me, man.
The lawsuit alleges she personally financed
Andy?
significant parts of the image
You hear
that
much
the
money
world
this guy
came to
gets?
associate with Moneybagg Yo's early success. Her attorney, Ralph Gibson of Gibson Perryman Attorneys at Law, told reporters that she paid off his credit cards when he called asking for help. She purchased $50,000 worth of jewelry for him. She funded...
See, I'm not asking for jewelry. I don't even have a credit card. I don't even think I want back another credit card. I swear. I don't want to sleep good at night time. I don't like when the bank people them call my phone every minute. It's annoying you guys. I don't even like when people call me in general. Right now my phone turned off. I don't even know what's on my phone there. I swear. No joke. Happy birthday, guys. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes.
Social media promotional campaigns to grow his online presence. She reportedly helped care for several of his children. And then there's the Rolls Royce. According to the complaint, she put $125,000 down on a Rolls Royce.
Bumbleclot, guys. I don't even have a Rolls Royce. Can you imagine if I say, guys, donate and buy me a Rolls Royce? All I want is an engine for my truck. Eh? G's and P's. Look there.
That was used specifically to help build and promote the
You hear how
Moneybagg
much things
Yo
him
brand.
get?
The very car that helped project the lifestyle. The very flex that was supposed to tell the world this man was already rich was allegedly purchased using her money and her credit. And that detail, fam, is what started the internet going in on the phrase, fake it till you make it. Fake arm to make arm. Because the lawsuit doesn't just allege that she spent her own money building his image. It also alleges she was promised very specific compensation for doing so. According to court documents, Moneybag Yo promised her $5,000 per week. He promised her a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. And he allegedly promised her 1/3 of all past and future brand revenues through Bread Gang Enterprises. The complaint states that these promises were made through handshake agreements. And it gets more specific than that. Text messages attached to the lawsuit as exhibits appear to show Moneybag Yo telling Jackson Floyd directly that he intended to pay her $5,000 a week, acknowledging her contributions to his career and promising a G-Wagon as well. Those are his words in documented communications, fam. The kind of evidence that is hard to argue around in the courtroom. Now, here's what is critical to understand. These are allegations in a civil lawsuit. They are claims made by one side of a legal dispute. They represent Jackson Floyd's version of events as laid out in her complaint. They have not been proven in court. No judge or jury has yet found Moneybag Yo liable for anything in this case. These are accusations, not verdicts. And that distinction matters enormously because the internet has not always been careful about that line. Now let's talk about the third party that gets named in all of this. Because Sherry Jackson...
I'm not a model. I've never done a photo shoot in my life. But my buddy saw these and asked who shot them.
Floyd isn't only going after Moneybag Yo in this lawsuit. She's also naming Rock Nation, Jay-Z's management company, one of the most powerful organizations in the entertainment industry. And her legal team's argument is that Rock Nation didn't step into this picture blind. The complaint alleges that by 2018, Rock Nation had become interested in Moneybag Yo. And according to the lawsuit, they were allegedly informed of Jackson Floyd's existing role in his business before they signed him. But when Rock Nation took over his management, the lawsuit claims they did not honor her contractual interests, did not negotiate a buyout for her existing stake, and effectively cut her out of a business relationship she had helped build from the ground up. Attorney Ralph Gibson described this as tortious interference with contractual relations. In plain language, that means the lawsuit alleges Rock Nation knowingly stepped into and disrupted an existing business agreement. Gibson has stated publicly that standard industry practice in situations like this is for the incoming management company to compensate the outgoing manager. He claims that did not happen here. Now, Rock Nation has not publicly responded to these allegations at this time. And again, these remain claims in a civil lawsuit, not established facts. The real kicker, though, is what happened to Sherry Jackson Floyd after all of this allegedly played out? Because according to the amended complaint, the consequences for her were not abstract. The lawsuit alleges that Moneybag Yo failed to make timely payments on the Rolls Royce she had financed, and that other accounts linked to her credit cards also went unpaid. The result, according to the complaint, was that her credit score was damaged, and it didn't stop there. She alleges she was fired from her job at the bank partly as a consequence of those financial complications. So according to the lawsuit, the woman who allegedly spent her own savings, her own credit, and years of her professional expertise helping build one of Memphis's biggest rap brands ended up losing her banking career in the process. Her attorney has placed her total investment in the Moneybag Yo brand at between $1.5 and $2 million. And Jackson Floyd is now seeking $100 million in compensatory damages from Moneybag Yo, Bread Gang Enterprises, and Rock Nation, along with punitive damages specifically from Rock Nation. She is also requesting constructive trust, granting her 1/3 of all revenues generated by the Moneybag Yo brand dating back to January 1st, 2017. And a full accounting of the artist's earnings since that date. She wants a jury trial in Shelby County, Tennessee. That trial is currently scheduled for October. Now let me break it down for y'all, because there's an important question sitting in the middle of all of this. Why did this lawsuit, which was originally filed in 2019 and amended in 2022, suddenly blow back up in the headlines in 2026? The answer is timing. Court procedures move slowly. Motions get filed, attorneys change, scheduling gets reworked. According to reports, one combination of factors, including scheduling adjustments and attorney moves, pushed this case back into public view recently. And when it re-emerged, it landed in a completely different cultural moment. Because now Moneybag Yo was not the emerging artist earning $1,500 per show. He's the Rock Nation managed Billboard 200 #1 rapper who was publicly associated with Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, and major label
He
success.
can't say him
The
can't not
contrast
have it.
between that
Yeah.
image and the allegations in the lawsuit is exactly why this exploded online. $100 million. A woman who allegedly helped pay for the Rolls Royce he used to look rich. A text message where he apparently promised her $5,000 a week and then allegedly never paid her. That's the kind of story that spreads fast because it feels like a reveal. Like the curtain got pulled back on something people suspected but couldn't prove. And so social media did what social media always does. It ran with it. This is where we got to slow down. A lot of people heard the words $100 million lawsuit and immediately translated that into Moneybag Yo is going broke. And those are not the same thing, not even close. A civil lawsuit is a legal claim, not a verdict. Filing a lawsuit and winning a lawsuit are two completely different things, and the internet almost never makes that distinction. The $100 million figure represents what Jackson Floyd is seeking based on her allegations. Not a confirmed debt, not a court ruling. Civil lawsuits routinely involve claim damages that have no direct relationship to someone's current financial standing. The amount requested reflects what a plaintiff believes their damages are worth, not what is sitting in somebody's bank account. What the internet did was take a complicated legal situation and collapse it into a simple narrative. Because that narrative,
I guess I can check on her every hour now because she doing good.
From what is verified. And what a lawsuit
I'm still gonna go check in another 5-10 minutes, but after that is every hour.
Setting the lawsuit aside entirely, the broader story here says something important about the music industry that goes well beyond Moneybag Yo specifically. Because the dynamics at the center of this case, an early career manager investing heavily in an artist before they break, operating on handshake agreements and promises of future returns, then getting displaced when a...
You know what? I deleted my photos, but why is my storage still full?
Most people keep using it with major management company comes in with resources and institutional power. That is not a new story in the entertainment business. It is as old as the music business itself. Artists in the early stages of their careers often rely on people in their immediate orbit who believe in them before the world does.
You hear that, Andy? All right. People get help when they're just starting out them career. Okay? All right. One hand don't clap, guys. One hand don't clap.
Those people, friends, local managers, mentors, sometimes family members, pour time and money and energy into building something without a formal legal structure to protect their contributions. And then when the big money arrives, when the labels and the national management companies and the industry infrastructure come calling, those early relationships sometimes get left behind. The question of who gets compensated, who gets credit, and whose agreements get honored is something that plays out in courtrooms and arbitration rooms across the music industry, constantly. What makes this particular case notable is the
How gonna pay
documented
$100 million though? What the
text
fuck?
messages, the business formation records, the financial transactions that allegedly back up Jackson Floyd's claim.
So much money
That
worth.
level of documentation tends to make a lawsuit harder to simply dismiss. But again, how the evidence is evaluated, what weight is given, and what verdict ultimately emerges is a decision that belongs to a jury in Shelby County, not to social media. Now let me talk about what Moneybag Yo's side of this looks like, because balance matters here. The case has been working its way through the courts for years, and Moneybag Yo and his legal team have had the opportunity to respond within those proceedings. At this point in time, there has not been a widely reported public statement from Moneybag Yo himself addressing the specific allegations in the lawsuit. Rock Nation has also not publicly responded to the claims against them. That is not unusual in an active civil litigation. Legal strategy often involves saying very little publicly while building a defense that will be presented in court. What we do know is that the case is moving toward trial, which means the defendants have not simply settled or conceded. A trial means both sides will have the opportunity to present evidence, cross-examine witnesses, and make arguments before a jury. The text messages that have been referenced publicly as supporting Jackson Floyd's claims will presumably be addressed in that proceeding. The financial records, business documents, and other evidence will be examined. And at the end of that process, a jury of regular people in Shelby County, Tennessee will decide what actually happened and what it is worth. Now zoom out for a second. $100 million legal dispute involving a major rapper hits different because it sits at the intersection of money, loyalty, and identity. Managers who come up with an artist aren't just business partners. Those are personal relationships built on trust and shared belief in something that didn't exist yet. When they collapse into litigation, The emotional charge is completely different from a standard commercial dispute. Who really built this? Who really sacrificed? Who got credit? And who got left out? Those questions don't have easy answers, and they certainly don't get settled by a comment section. But they are exactly what a jury in Shelby County will have to sit with. For y'all who haven't been keeping up, that next court date was scheduled for July 16th, with a jury trial set for October in Shelby County. Both parties are still working through the pretrial process, and what each side needs to accomplish in court is clear. Jackson Floyd's legal team needs to prove to a jury that the contractual agreements she claims existed were real, that she performed her obligations under those agreements, that she invested the money she says she invested, and that she was not compensated as promised. They also need to prove that Rock Nation knowingly interfered with her existing contractual relationship when they assumed management responsibilities. Moneybag Yo's defense will likely challenge the nature and enforceability of whatever agreements existed, dispute the characterization of the financial arrangements, and push back on the claim damages. Rock Nation's attorneys will likely argue that the company had no
A man walks out of federal prison on January 6th, 2026, and within days, he is already back to making millions. But here is the crazy part. We are not talking about some rapper who caught a gun charge, or an athlete who blew through his contract money and had to grind. This is a guy from the rough streets of North Philadelphia, a kid taught to cook crack cocaine at 12 years old. He taught himself tech and eventually built one of the biggest illegal streaming empires the United States government has ever prosecuted. He built a $50 million fortune, lost every single cent of it to the FBI, did 3 years in federal prison, and still came home a millionaire. We are talking about Bill Omar Carrasquillo, better known to the world as Omi in a Hellcat. Before you click away, make sure to hit that like button. This is not just about some guy getting rich. This is not just a tale of a guy going to prison. The government tried to completely erase him. They seized his 57 cars, his mansion, his jewelry, his bank accounts, and his properties. Yet he still bounced back. The feds wanted to make an example out of him. But what they got instead is a wild comeback story we will be talking about for years. Stick around until the end and subscribe to our channel. Because today, you and I will unpack exactly how Omi in a Hellcat built his empire, how he lived before the feds raided him, and exactly what his life looks like today in 2026. Trust us, the numbers are going to shock you. Let us break it down. You cannot understand Omi and a Hellcat today without seeing where he started. And when we say he started with absolutely nothing, we mean that literally. Bill Omar Carrasquillo was born on September 6th, 1986 in North Philly. And North Philly in the late 80s was no place for easy dreams. His mother died of a drug overdose when he was just a kid. His dad was a dealer. By the time Bill was 12, his father taught him how to cook crack cocaine. At 12 years old, let that sink in. He bounced between relatives, foster homes, and anyone who would take him. He was one of 38 children, a detail he shared in a 2020 interview. That chaotic childhood would break most people before they even started. But something inside, Omi refused to break. As a teenager, he did what everyone else did. He sold drugs on North Philly corners. It was the only hustle he knew. But unlike the guys he grew up with, Omi looked around and decided he wanted a different way out. He started small, delivering pizzas, flipping phones online, and reselling video games. He taught himself how business worked, step by step. Then, he stumbled into tech. He got into the IT world, mastered it, and that changed everything. The skills he picked up in tech gave him the blueprint for what would become one of the most profitable, most controversial, and most heavily prosecuted cable piracy operations in American history. Here is where the story gets fascinating.
It's water. What's water?
Omi had a simple idea on paper. Back then, cable was bleeding people dry. Customers paid $200 or $300 a month for sports, premium channels, pay-per-view, HBO, and NFL Sunday Ticket. Everyday people could not afford that. So Omi stepped in to fill the gap. He launched an app called Gears TV, later rebranded as Gears TV Reloaded. The model was simple. Pay $15 to $20 a month for over 1,000 live TV channels, sports, pay-per-view events, movies, and series. It was everything major cable offered, in one place, at a fraction of the price. He also sold modified Amazon Fire Sticks preloaded with the app, so users did not have to be tech savvy. Just plug it in, subscribe, and watch. But here is where federal prosecutors step in. Omi and his partners allegedly opened fraudulent accounts with major cable providers like Comcast and Verizon, Fios, DirecTV, and Charter. They used those accounts to get official cable boxes shipped to various properties Omi controlled, stripped the copy protection from the encrypted signals, and streamed it to subscribers. Stolen content, repackaged, and resold. It worked like crazy. By 2018, Here's TV Reloaded had around 100,000 subscribers. Think about that number, a month. That is over $30 million in annual revenue. The Philadelphia Inquirer reported that investigators estimated the total loss at between $167 million and $221 million, based on real cable prices. This was no small-time hustle. The FBI labeled this one of the most blatant and massive television piracy setups ever prosecuted in the United States. And it was run out of a New Jersey mansion by a North Philly kid who once sold drugs on street corners. At the height of his run, Omi claimed he was making up to $200,000 a day. Let us unpack the lifestyle he built on that cash next. We can paint a clear picture of Omi's life before the FBI raided his home in Swedesboro, New Jersey. He was not in a normal house. He lived in a massive celebrity mansion. The property had once belonged to Jimmy Rollins, the legendary Philadelphia Phillies shortstop and World Series champion. That was the kind of address Omi claimed. He went from couch surfing in North Philly to sleeping under the roof of a baseball legend. But the house was just a backdrop. What truly built his massive online brand was his car collection. 57 of them. Not regular rides either. We are talking 4 Lamborghinis, 3 Dodge Challenger Hellcats. The car
So if he wasn't on YouTube, he would have got away with it then, guys.
that literally gave him his name. A Bentley, a BMW, a McLaren, a 1996 Chevrolet Impala, a Ford Mustang, ATVs, and the ultimate crown, jewel of the fleet, a 2019 Lamborghini Aventador with a custom Power Rangers paint job. Not some cheap wrap done in a driveway. This was a professionally commissioned Mighty Morphin tribute on one of the world's wildest supercars. That ride alone sold at $387,000 at federal auction. The jewelry was equally insane. A Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl ring, 6-figure pieces of ice.
This guy living bigger than the rappers.
A constant show of custom jewelry. And his YouTube channel had more than 800,000 subscribers and 65 million views. People watched him tour his car collection like it was completely normal. Our team discovered he owned local nightclubs, Philly 21 and Unicos. He had a restaurant, ran a construction business, and was pouring massive
He got
funds
too
into
cocky. You
real
know about
estate
him?
over 20 properties across Philadelphia and its suburbs. He even launched a merchandise line called Reloaded Universe. He had his own clothing and sneaker lines, building a legitimate consumer brand right on top of an illegal empire. Meanwhile, his YouTube uploads had flashy titles like Omi, and a Hellcat makes over $1,100,000 in a week.
I mean, that's
He posted photos of his
clickable.
kids with stacks of cash, monetizing his struggle. He was not hiding, but broadcasting his wealth to the world. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, because that flex is what drew the wrong kind of attention. Chapter 4,
Yeah.
The night the FBI came. On November 27th, 2019, federal agents and IRS investigators descended on Omi's Swedesboro mansion early that morning. They had spent over 3 years watching him, building a massive case, documenting subscribers, and tracing the money. They seized cars from his driveway, took his jewelry, and froze his bank accounts. In 24 hours, Omi and the Hellcat went from being worth tens of millions to having virtually nothing left. He did what he always did, got in front of a camera and posted a video titled, "The FBI seized everything from me." Millions of people watched. He was defiant and emotional, telling his audience he did not think he was doing anything illegal because he was technically paying for cable, just redistributing it. Our editorial team knows the government saw this differently. In September 2021, a federal grand jury returned a 62-count indictment charging him with conspiracy,
If you go in the cable box
money laundering,
and get it to stream in different I think people's doing it out here in Jamaica to the cable too, you know. I think so, something like that going so yeah. Yeah. He's not the first person to do this shit. Yeah, man. Could have been worse. Yeah, if he never was on YouTube flexing it, like doing it like so openly like that, I think the feds or the IRS or I don't know who watching him. I'm not sure who exactly was watching him to take him down. But whoever's watching him, they're making him as an example because I'm telling you, other people doing it. Like I've heard about this before. I just can't remember exactly. But I know they do it out here in Jamaica too with the cable company. Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh my God. Oh, you mean cable and light and something? You know what?
And making false statements to law
Them something
enforcement,
expensive,
wire
bro.
fraud, and tax evasion.
You know, see me stop MF watch YouTube. I don't watch. Who watch TV anymore? Who watch cable? I don't even watch Netflix. I don't even watch Netflix or Hulu or Zulu or whatever they wanna be. I don't even watch it. I don't know. Nothing I go on pop culture right now. I just know what's going on my farm.
Tax evasion, because out of $34 million generated by Gear TV Reloaded, not a single dollar was reported on state or federal tax returns. Not one. In February 2022, after fighting for years,
So the taxes them catch him back on.
Pleaded guilty to all charges. On March 7th, 2023, he
So to
stood
pay
before
taxes
Judge
for the
Harvey
illegal
Barlow III in federal court.
piracy too?
The judge sentenced him to 66 months, or over 5 years in prison. He ordered Omi to forfeit $30 million and pay $15 million in restitution, including $10.7 million directly to cable companies and $5 million to the IRS. As journalists covering this case, we saw the judge speak beyond the courtroom. He looked at Omi and said, $30 million is a lot of money, but tangible objects are not everything. You have a massive following who might try this too, thinking if you got away with it, they can too. Then they seized everything.
Make him a blood clot example. What I just said. Make an example out of him blood clot. Yes, so all of him followers them can see him. Yes. Yes. Watch this Ross now, you guys beside me now. So why you decide to come like me now? Why? Me look like me want a friend? Do I look like I want any friends? I said no new friends, you know. Why you come so close to me, man? Why are you here? I will swat you, you know. I wonder if you know so me will get this. Where my slippers there, man? Hold on there, guys. Cause that boy I play me, you know. I try me, you know. Borders, you saw that reflex, guys? No, sir. No, it's on now. Hold on there. See, I have the room for you. From morning, you're in the room with me, you know. I'll give it to you. You're going to get it today. Yeah. Don't play with me. Yeah, just... You come so brawling right so close to me, yo. Don't do it, man. I don't understand him.
On October 13th, 2023, at the B&O Railroad Museum in Maryland, the physical version of Omi's life went up for sale. Our team tracked the U.S. Marshal Service as they auctioned off 57 of his vehicles to the public. Collectors, car enthusiasts, and regular people who wanted a piece of Omi's legacy packed the crowd or tuned in online to watch the show.
Oh my God, the amount
that
of dust
Power
on the
Rangers
floor.
Lamborghini Aventador brought in a staggering price.
The amount of
pushing
dust
the
that on the
car
floor.
auction earnings well past $3 million. His custom diamond jewelry, including that massive snarling cat pendant he wore in almost every video, went under the hammer in a separate online sale. That auction ended October 24th. His Swedesboro mansion, formerly the Jimmy Rollins estate, was liquidated, along with his 20 Philadelphia area properties. His nightclubs, restaurant, and bank accounts were seized too. The feds were not
Buckler,
just putting him
everything
behind
gone.
bars, they were stripping him bare. But here's the twist. You and I need to look closer, because this next chapter is what most people completely missed about Omi's operation.
not gonna
It
fucking make it
explains how
back.
this man truly operates. While he was locked away, reports surfaced that he was generating massive revenue right from his federal prison cell. He was
YouTube.
making roughly $700,000 a month behind bars. Our editors had to ask, how is that even possible? Think about it. His YouTube channel still had over 800,000 subscribers without uploading any new videos.
Oh.
His Reloaded Universe apparel line kept moving product. His massive fan base never left. If anything, the trial drama, the seized cars, and the upcoming auctions kept drawing fresh eyeballs to his story. The sheer spectacle of his downfall.
Why? So the judge and law say yes, you know, give him look 5 minutes of satisfaction. And then look at that, lo and behold, YouTube, all of that money clean. All of that money clean, yo. Alright, just remember to pay the tax.
Viral sensation.
You're good.
Rumors also circulated that before he surrendered to federal custody, Omi did something highly strategic, shielding $28 million in assets. The government disputes this narrative, claiming they recovered all of their $30 million in forfeitures. But anyone tracking this saga knows he's moving product. His massive fan base never left. If anything, the trial drama, the seized cars, and the upcoming auctions kept drawing fresh eyeballs to his story. The sheer spectacle of his downfall made it a daily viral sensation.
Fuck up.
Rumors also circulated that before he surrendered to federal custody, Omi did something highly strategic, shielding around $28 million in assets. The government disputes this narrative, claiming they recovered all of their $30 million in forfeitures. But anyone tracking this saga knows the state's official story and reality are often two completely different things. What we can confirm is this. When Omi finally walked out of that federal prison on January 6th, 2026, his life took another turn. Granted early release for good behavior and time served, he was not broke, not even close. A quick clip of his release immediately started circulating online. We saw him step out of custody right into the arms of his friends. The footage went viral within a matter of hours. It racked up millions of impressions. The internet was waiting, and within days, he was back on social media live streams talking to his fans, ready to rebuild. Let us break down what Omi's world looks like today, because this is the crucial part of the story we must.
We're gonna watch some of his
He
vlogs.
is 39, facing
Listen,
5 years
you gonna
of
listen and I'm
supervised
gonna
release.
watch.
That means federal authorities are still keeping a very tight eye on his every move. He must report directly to a probation officer. A single mistake puts him right back in a cell. That is the heavy leash they have on him. Yet, even on probation, he is out here building. His custom sneaker line is moving again. Omi previously dropped the Omi Zero under Reloaded. In 2026, the Omi Zero True dropped his signature footwear and custom apparel line, proving his marketing power is far from dead. For a guy who came from nothing, selling branded gear to thousands of loyal fans is a major win. Like this video for more updates. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we are looking at a different kind of flex than a Lamborghini. Omi is staging an imminent YouTube comeback that could be absolutely massive. This could be the biggest return story the platform has ever seen. Remember, he still has over 800,000 subscribers who stuck around through his prison sentence, through the asset seizure, through years of absolute silence. From our editorial perspective, the algorithm rewards these return narratives, and his is arguably the most compelling one out there for any creator alive right now. His first video back could easily pull millions of views on name recognition alone. He doesn't have to sell anything, just show up. Every single video, car reveal, property tour, or business update is going to be absolute content gold. As commentators, we note his estimated net worth as of 2026 set between $1 million and $3 million according to financial analysts. That is dramatically lower than his $50 to $60 million peak back in 2019. But that is a floor, not a ceiling. Given his track record, the gap between where he is and where he is headed may close faster than anyone expects. Now, let us get into specifics. This is what you and I are here to dissect. What does the man actually own and how is he living in 2026? The cars are back. Multiple investigative reports and social media posts confirm that Omi has already started rebuilding his luxury garage. It is not 57 deep yet. It cannot be legally or practically. Not while under supervised release and with the government tracking every single dollar. But the vehicles are there. He is already being photographed next to high-end new whips. Given his history, This is just the beginning of what the fleet will eventually look like. The Reloaded Universe brand remains one of his most critical legitimate assets right now. It operates as his consumer-facing business, selling apparel, merchandise, and sneakers, securing him a solid revenue stream that is completely above board. For a man who built an empire in the gray market, this brand represents a version of Omi that the authorities, government cannot touch. It is also a brand that his audience can support openly without any legal risk to themselves or to him. His nightclub and hospitality background is something he is positioned to step back into. Before prison, he owned Philly 21 and Eunuch in Philadelphia, along with a restaurant. The experience of running those venues, managing staff, and handling cash flow while marketing to a Philadelphia audience does not just disappear simply because you did time. Those valuable connections remain intact. The industry knowledge is still there. And Philadelphia is a market with a very specific appetite for the kind of nightlife and entertainment Omi excels at
Well, I guess him in the right
Real
spot.
estate is his
Try
third
that
pillar.
shit in Jamaica. You don't
Before
make
the
no
asset
money.
seizure, he had more than 20 properties across Philadelphia and its suburbs. His entire portfolio was wiped out. But real estate is where you rebuild wealth fastest when you know how the game works. Omi has already proven he understands it. He has the construction knowledge,
Understand the
market
assignment.
relationships, and clear understanding of property values in the Philadelphia metro area. That is intellectual capital that no federal forfeiture order can ever take away from him. And then there is the biggest asset of all, his personal brand. Omi in a Hellcat as a name, a persona, and a character in American pop culture is worth serious money that has nothing to do with his bank account balance. We are looking at 800,000 YouTube subscribers and over 1 million Instagram followers who never unfollowed him. A story covered by Fortune magazine, the Philadelphia Inquirer, CBS News, Fox News, and even the Department of Justice itself. The sheer public awareness around this man is something most content creators spend their entire careers trying to build. Yet Omi had it before he even launched his legitimate business ventures. If you are enjoying this deep dive, hit that like button. What separates Omi from the average person who loses everything is not just luck, connections, or hustle, though. He possesses all three. What separates him is his keen ability to spot a gap in the market and move before anyone else figures out his next move. He did it with internet protocol television. He looked at an industry where people were overpaying cable television and built an alternative service to fill that gap. The method he chose was ultimately illegal, but the instinct that identified the opportunity was genius. We believe a version of that same genius exists inside every legal venture he has ever touched. Take his merchandise operation. He launched Reloaded Universe before most other creators even understood that online apparel was a serious business, not just a casual side hustle. He had his own custom line, branded products, unique aesthetic, and built a deeply loyal customer base that purchased from him because they believed in his personal story, not just his channel. In our view, that kind of brand loyalty is incredibly rare and valuable. Consider his hospitality track record. Managing 2 nightclubs in Philadelphia alongside a restaurant is an intense, demanding operation requiring hands-on supply chain management, staffing, licensing, event marketing, and major financial discipline. Omi managed all of it, and he did so while simultaneously running a $34 million a year television operation, launching his channel, building an Instagram following, and raising a family. This is clearly an individual with an incredible capacity for work and a rare gift for multitasking on a massive level. The question has never been whether he can build a massive brand. The real question is whether he will make the right decisions this time. From everything we are observing in early 2026, with sneaker drops and live streams, he is on track. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for updates. Let us discuss an angle that mainstream media coverage of his trial often glosses over. The federal prosecution made a clear example of him, which he admitted quite explicitly. The judge stated so in open court, and the FBI's special agent in Philadelphia echoed this in a formal press release. Making money off someone else's copyrighted material is a legal dead end. The defendant hijacked television content, sold it to his database, and lived lavishly off the illicit proceeds. The federal court wanted to send a clear message. They wanted to show the illegal streaming sector, which, by the way, is still a multi-billion-dollar illegal industry that authorities are fighting to contain, that
Yeah, he was a model.
I am Andre Blake, and this is Pepsi Football Nation.
In 1994, Ralph Lauren put Tyson Beckford inside one of American fashion's cleanest fantasies. Polo shirts, lawns, sport, money, ease. The quiet suggestion that some people simply belonged. The man in the frame came from a life that had never been arranged that neatly.
Oh, he was
He
really
was
a model
born
for
in the
true?
Bronx, raised between Jamaica and upstate New York, shaped by race before fashion ever named him beautiful, and pulled toward the street before a camera gave him another route. His brother Patrick pushed him to leave that life. After Patrick was killed, Beckford made a decision on a subway that he would keep returning to for decades. Then came The Source, Bethan Hardison, Bruce Weber, and Ralph Lauren. The industry made him visible. The harder question is what it refused to change after using his face as proof that it had.
I never know you still
Tyson
model.
Craig
That
Beckford
was
was
an
born on
actor.
December 19th, 1970, in the Bronx. His family history carried several roots into one body. His mother, Hilary Dixon Hall, was Jamaican. His father, Lloyd Beckford, was Panamanian and of Chinese-Jamaican background. That mixture later became part of the way magazines
Tyson
explain his
Beckford.
look, as if ancestry could be reduced to a casting note. As a child, it came with confusion, teasing, and the early knowledge that people could study your face before they knew anything about you. His mother took the family back to Jamaica when he was still young. They lived there for part of his childhood before moving again, this time to the Rochester area in upstate New York. The move gave him a different setting from the Bronx: suburban schools, outdoor sports, motocross, skiing, skateboarding, space. It also put him in rooms where he often felt set apart. He attended Pittsford Minden High School, a place where his features and skin tone made him easy to notice and easy to misread. The teenage Beckford did not move through school like someone being prepared for luxury fashion. He has described being teased over his looks, including the parts of his appearance tied to his Chinese ancestry. The boys held up as desirable around him often looked different from him. Lighter skin, looser curls, softer access to approval. He was tall, dark-skinned, angular, and already carrying the kind of face that would later make photographers stop. In adolescence, that same face could make him feel exposed. The qualities that later became valuable did not protect him when he was young. They made him visible before they gave him any control over how people saw him. Rochester gave him suburban activities, but it did not give him easy belonging. By
Melissa
the time
tired.
fashion arrived, Beckford already knew that appearance could work differently from one room to the next. Before he became an image of male confidence, he had already lived through the discomfort of being looked at without being understood. The years before fashion were the years Beckford could have lost. After Rochester, his life moved closer to the street. Years later, he would speak openly about that period, naming the shower posse and sex money murder while describing the kind of circles he moved through before modeling gave him another route. What he described was not a polished origin story. It was a life where danger sat close enough to feel normal. The shower posse carried a violent history through Jamaica and New York. Sex money murder had its own reputation in the Bronx. Beckford did not speak about those names like a man trying to decorate his past. He spoke about them like someone who understood what they could have cost him. The street gave young men structure when legitimate paths felt thin. It gave money, loyalty, identity, and risk in the same breath. He has also said he was federally indicted twice before his modeling career fully opened. In the version he has told publicly, those cases did not become convictions that followed him into fashion. The distinction is important, but the weight remains. Before he was being judged by photographers and casting directors, he had already been judged by systems with far more power than any fashion.
Hey!
That history helps explain the way he entered the industry. He did not arrive soft, polished, or eager to be shaped into whatever someone else wanted. He came in guarded. He knew how quickly a room could turn. He knew when people were testing him. He knew the difference between
Full of
opportunity
street
and
smart.
someone trying to control him. Fashion was not built for that kind of energy. New models were expected to be flexible, quiet, grateful. Beckford had lived too much to confuse gratitude with surrender. When people tried to handle him casually, he felt it. When a room treated him like a problem before it understood him, he noticed. That edge would follow him into castings, shoots, and negotiations. It also made his breakthrough harder to simplify. Before the cameras, there was pressure around him from every side. Beckford reached fashion from a life where the wrong decision could close every door before anyone in the industry learned his name. The street did not make him glamorous. It made the stakes clear. By the time he reached his first real fashion opportunities, he was carrying more than a face people noticed. He was carrying the knowledge that another life had been close enough to take him. Before Ralph Lauren, before Bruce Weber, before the bus shelters, there was Patrick Beckford. Patrick was Tyson's older brother, and he saw the exit before fashion fully opened it. After Tyson did a photo shoot connected to the source, Patrick told him to take it seriously. Leave the street alone. Model. Act. Use what people were starting to notice. For Tyson, that conversation would become the last clear instruction his brother ever gave him. Then Patrick was killed. The call came in the middle of the night. Tyson was young, furious, and still close enough to the street for revenge to feel like the next step instead of a terrible one. He got on the subway armed, heading toward the men he believed had taken his brother from him. There was no campaign waiting at the other end of that ride, no contract, no guarantee that anyone in fashion would know what to do with him. The source had opened a crack in the door, but it was still only a crack. What he had was grief, anger, and Patrick's last instruction. Get out, take the opportunity, make something else of yourself. Somewhere on that train, the direction changed. Beckford got off before he reached the place he had been heading. He chose Patrick's warning over the violence that could have taken the rest of his life with it. The future was still uncertain, but it was still open. He was alive, free, and moving away from the life Patrick had told him to leave. His brother remained at the center of the story because he was there before the world had a name for Tyson Beckford.
So what brother look
He saw what
like?
the street could waste. He saw what the camera might use. He pushed Tyson toward the one opening that had appeared, then died before he could see how far it would go. Years later, when Beckford became the face of Polo, people saw the body, the clothes, the control, the stare. They saw the finished image. Underneath it was the memory of a brother who had pulled him toward a different life at the exact moment that life still looked uncertain. The campaign made Tyson famous. Patrick's warning helped keep him alive long enough to reach it. Beckford's entry into modeling began in Washington Square Park. He was in Manhattan when people connected to the source approached him. The magazine came from hip-hop culture, a world closer to the streets, music, and style around him than the fashion system he would later enter. At first, the offer sounded strange. He was not carrying a portfolio. He was not chasing agencies. He was just a young man in New York being told that a magazine wanted to shoot him. The person Beckford later credited for that first approach was Eric Lauren Council. The moment did not come from Paris, Milan, or a polished casting office. It came from a hip-hop magazine that already understood the kind of energy.
Find it, book it, make it yours. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
Hey you, it's me again. Are you still wondering how much it will cost you to start up a company in the UAE? Well, guess what? We have good news for you. We've upgraded our cost calculator, customized for your business requirement. Simply enter a few details and receive an estimate.
What I say about see them now? How this come? know, we can't bother that, man.
She told the blogger Jane for
Guys, you remember when the dog sliced right here, so? You remember? And it did look away. You see it heal back nice now, like it never happened. Give it 3 more weeks. 1 month. 1 month. Right? And you will never see that again. I guarantee you.
Jane Fergus tweeted this. See them say she need a break from the relationship because she's depressed and she's going through a lot. Of course, the video is much more long than we ever get to it. But yes, it would appear as if see them told the Jay Packers that she wanted a break from Vibes Cartel. And I'm not saying that is actually so, but based off of what Jay Packers is saying and how he's saying it, it would appear as if he hear from see them himself. But before we get to the topics donation, this report is brought to you by Dream Weekend from 30th of July to August the 3rd. Are you ready?
Wow, it's Dream Weekend. It's in Montego Bay now?
People have been talking about Vibes Cartel. Well, it's been that way for how long? But now a lot more talk about Vibes Cartel, as in doing videos about Vibes Cartel. But it's not in Vibes Cartel's favor.
Am I the only one so sick and tired of Vibes Cartel? Like, how do you go from being the king of dancehall to just being a fucking clown on, like, just literally running a fucking social media circus? Like, that's really what you would think that when you get to a certain level, you call yourself a superstar, and the shit that he's entertaining, the shit that he's pushing out, is so beneath him.
So him can't have fun.
Like, really?
Him can't have fun.
You see them and like the videos with the different women, like, you're fucking disgusting now.
But all the backlash seems as if it started after Vibes Cartel was asked about see them, where see them, and this was his response.
I'll be a waste man and a fuck. And when the waste man a fuck, you don't accept it, no? Anything when do, no? You don't accept it. Don't get involved in a superstar lifestyle. See them good. You me at that, my girl. Suck your mother again. Yeah, you go, man.
The response is much more than that, and I the response was much more derogatory and demeaning. Vibes Cartel were hard. At one point, I said to myself, no man, TJ, I don't know, man. She simply asked where is see them. But just by you saying that, we know Gaza fans don't want to eat me up, so I said nothing. And yes, why for the eat? But, you know, Gaza fans, quite a number of them have a bully behavior. This is Wuchi wanting to give Vibes Cartel an advice. After all of the backlash and all of the videos.
The Wahala.
Right now.
Vibes Cartel, but they want to call up on you on social media, you know, because your followers, them, your fans, them are dangerous blood clot people, and they will do them things, and they will do the things. So I don't really want to call up on them, but I don't know how old of G this, I'm going to come here and have to bring down no man, I try check with no man place, I try 15, I try, but a spiritual warfare we are dealing right now. But we just come to tell you this Vibes Cartel, you need to start learning how to cook your own blood clot food. Because I see a girl there where they cook your food, but poison your blood clot. Go on. When last of the blood clot here from Shad Stab them and Kevin them and Matt Puss them and them boy. You can't hear from them because I said you're on vacation long fucking time. You said me one of them, you even said see them gone on vacation. Me I tell you this last time, Vibes, take a vacation, my friend. Regroup and come back. I'm not giving on TV series because you're over with Top Watch TV. Come with some live documentary. Because jail and them are waiting for you to tell them what to do to get rid of jail time and tell them what to do to get out of jail. But in now blood clot go on good. There's a come out with chicken foot soup or blood clot stew peas. They go price me, my friend. We don't know what. There's only two things in there. See that they bring you out here to distract the blood clot people. Them and you just don't give a fuck about the people. That's all I say. But if a man like me have your blood clot influence or your time or your blood clot money, no blood clot government can't talk to me. Miss the blood clot all Vibes Cartel. Can you see all Vibes Cartel when blood clot wicked and fine? Them boy could not go on like what them go on with when I go on with Jamaica in a blood clot. I was still about that's 13 years and wait for every country trendy girl come out as one ton blood clot. Lettuce. Some of your fuck boy. Anyway, take a vacation, man. The internet one 2 months, 12 months. Make them talk about your push.
But one man right now who seems as if him or he's on a campaign against Vibes Cartel. Don't know what he see him now say. He see him is to tear down Vibes Cartel. But clearly something that sits well with him about Vibes Cartel. And remember, this man was a Gaza fan too, Not so long ago, just a few months back. But why is he against Vibes Cartel now? We'll share what he said in the end part of the report. But first, let's take a look at all the drama and controversy. So after Vibes Cartel ran with the woman for asking about see them, Jay Progress did that video as slam Vibes Cartel, saying that it is clear as day that Sidem and Vibes Cartel is no more. Sidem has had enough of Vibes Cartel shit with a bag of different women here and there all over on social media. And I said that's according to vlogger J Progress. Mans was commenting on the video saying that J Progress should lucky for TikTok, saying that J Progress wouldn't be no one without TikTok. And at that point it would appear as if that's when J Progress kickstart the campaign. First, hit him back at Mansus.
Mansus, me see in the comment section. I say thank God for TikTok. Mansus, don't thank God for TikTok, Thank God for Vibes Cartel like that.
Then after that, a string of videos.
TikTok. Somebody asked me when me ever say when me see back Vibes Cartel and see them together. But these people now listen to me vlog them. Me vlog them.
Download Cleanup for free.
How the fuck I go on with this one? Them not in here, the two of them gone, but them gone.
She need a break from the relationship because she's depressed and she's going through a lot. Sidem didn't want to be in the house. It was driving her crazy. Sidem wanted to be around people who love her and support her because she's not getting that support from Vibes Cartel and that love. Vibes Cartel just have her like a little trophy. And when you're ready, why won't you see Vibes Cartel post spam video every day? That's not the liberty with Vibes Cartel and Sidem. Sidem have got through it. By the way, you know all know how rich people relationship go already. 3/4 of the time, when you see a rich superstar, the woman has suffer in a silence. We all know that what they portray in public is put.
Hey, you ever see Trump wife? She look always uncomfortable. So one time him tell her if it smells here. Her face looks like I do not want to be here. Fuck you gonna be president again for a second time. Damn it.
Different from what goes on privately. Of course, me expect to see Vibes Cartel and see them because Vibes Cartel will make him find a duty to come to the media to make it look like everything alright with him and see them. But I tell you guys, see them has been suffering in silence for a while. When you go watch, see them TikTok video them when we show them earlier on, we understand if you don't mean, if you can't pray. See them was calling out for help. You hear me I say? The disrespect, the belittlement, the infidelity, everything. When Vibes Cartel throw in our face and then the Vibes Cartel tell we and tell her he's a superstar, that's how superstar live. And he's rich. So he thinks that he can treat a woman in a way and then go buy what? $150,000 watch as when you post and disrespect another woman. If our man ever buy a $150,000 watch yet. If that's what you're going to use Vibes Cartel to show a woman say you love them, you're lost, brother. You're the back of your class. You see man like Uno, real woman left Uno rich and lonely. Remember that.
Have you used that theme song, line from theme?
Real women stay where they are wanted and where they are accepted and where they feel happy and comfortable.
That's true.
So no amount of money where you have Vibes Cartel, now go able to keep
One more jam Rockford.
if you not change your ways that see them has been begging you all along. So guys, yes we may see them, but how long we not go see Vibes Cartel and see them for? That should be the question.
Many people in Vibes Cartel's defense though. Let's take a look at some of the videos.
So Mr. Batty and J Progress. We see a build video after the man interview when with academics, a reason, and you run out. So that means, it simply means everything you man there go run out and follow, and not try style and disrespect. See how this man just was here because you reach the comment section and tell us thank God for TikTok. So when you just plan to turn a foreign and disrespect you and them, right, Joe? So you know the life you live. Your job if you just get up and live Banga's name and teacher them name right through your life. Alright then. You must say teacher not have to touch no. You know live on that, you know. When I try the best, you try to send back your man and go to prison. We see when I try to do it here. But remember, you have some man out here that will take up things by their head and soon as just box you down and do some things. Watch. And that I go reach you because when you take this internet thing for joke thing and play thing, man, you know, soon you get up day and night. You not talk about no woman, you not talk about nothing, you just all about the man life. But you not chat the man and chat see them, you chat something else about the man. You just get up and chat artists every day. That I your job for chat artists every day.
Yes, that's his job.
When I try to send him artists go back at prison, but remember, him not have to do nothing. But things are going to reach you. Remember, internet is. Yeah? Go and put on a show. You know, all if I find the day in the youth, continue to do what you do, man. We see what you do out there. You style Gaza Nation.
Bomba, this a Gaza fan, this a going so?
Style the boss. Style Matthews. Continue. Much video gone already, about 10 video do already. Continue, man. Keep them coming. Watch all the blood clot reach you, man. Just go on. So every day we jump up on TikTok, the brother and J Progress. Bad mind bomba wall.
J Progress going viral.
Massacre this and Cartel I try control man. Cartel I try this pussy. Actually man that send a bomba clock lion what here. And the man that send be a lion with Kevin. You vex. And jump out and this man that talk about oh see them gone. You're so concerned about the man who won. I saw no love watch blood clot man, eh? Watch your bumbo clock locks them a drop out. Looking in your ear and looking for your little locks them not drop out your head. You're that foreign sit down a black boy man. Like your fuck man. Get up every day like some batty boy. For man there, yo, cartel this and cartel that. Cartel and this and cartel look straight from over there. Pussy. Vibes cartel look straight from the man. Vibes cartel that. Right now, if you not call cartel name, you not even views and I get. Cause your views them all go down. You know your views them go down. May I give you 1 more week. You go and do that. 1 more week and you go and do that and see if you have no platform and at all.
Gaza fans, J Progress is not the only one who do videos about Vibes Cartel. Although he seems as if he's the one that drive the bus and lead the campaign. But after that same video where Vibes Cartel disrespect the woman for asking about see them.
Don't get involved in a superstar lifestyle. See them good. You may attack my girl. Suck your mother again. You go, man.
That seems as if it turned off quite a number of women.
You have a brilliant idea. Now you just need to express it. Your actual app, your pitch deck, and how it lives in the world.
Greetings, Earthlings. Am I the only one so sick and tired of Vibes Cartel? Like,
Greetings,
Earthlings.
Earthlings.
The king of dancehall to just being a fucking clown. On, like, just literally running a fucking social media circus. Like, that's really what you would think that when you get to a certain level, you call yourself a superstar. And the shit that he's entertaining, the shit that he's pushing out, is so beneath him. Like, really? All this shit with C. Dem and, like, the videos with the different women, like, you're fucking disgusting now. Like,
damn.
You would think he would have more standards for himself, especially considering that he calls himself a superstar. This is not superstar behavior. Like, put out stuff of substance. Now he's just a fucking TikTok clown.
He's now a TikToker.
Like, when he first came out and he's dropping all this God, this, and all that conscious music, you know? Like, I knew it was a crock of shit. Like, yo, it don't matter how many times a snake shed his skin, it's always gonna be a snake. Because, like, look at the shit that you're pushing out. Like, your last album was, what, God's Plan or something like that? Something about God was his last album, but you're pushing out absolute buffoonery right now. like straight trash TV. Like it's become like his everything that I see of him now on FYP is straight like low budget trash TV. Fake outrage, just videos with him with all these like you're disgusting. Literally. It's like, you know when you really used to respect an artist?
Boy. The man that do
And
nothing,
then
you
now
know?
you just don't because it's like, you're supposed to be a fucking millionaire. You know? And here you are, pushing out absolute trash. Like, you're a grandfather. Like, gross. And the stupid women in there entertaining this shit. They're all a bunch of idiots over there. Bunch of fucking clowns. It's a fucking clown show. It's literally a shit show. Yeah.
It sells.
Since you don't want nobody in your superstar business, come off a TikTok. I don't know about nobody else, but me tired of you know. And you're my artist, you know. We're born in the January 7th Capricorn. But you're going away, you know, man, on TikTok. You're going away. You're going away. The way me see you go trace the girl, like you is a girl, that wasn't nice. And I get it. You know, people are enough. People are enough, yeah. And it's annoying when enough of them dip on the man in the man can, where is them? Where is them? See them, see them. Y'all are fucking annoying, bro. Lord, man. So sometimes it needs to get in a place and get cussed out. But at the same time, Cartel, I never like certain things where you say, and then you're gone in man, take up man and them treat you like dirt. I want to take them back.
What?
Oh, that dropping of that. That means you had the dirt. And who I take it back, chef? Or see them? How we not see them? But, stop ask about her. You come and bring your superstar business on TikTok, sir. That's not how it goes over here. You click your live and you depend live. What are you doing over here then? Yeah, big? What you gonna do? You posting videos and you letting us in your life. Every day we see chef in our bleach out skin. You think so we want to say that? Oh, come out a superstar business. Come off a TikTok.
Vance Carter though share another post with Sidem. He shared this picture with the caption stating, "Who's so pretty? We live in and we live in well good." A lot of people say most of the pictures that Vance Carter share right now with Sidem, they are old photos, nothing new. But Jay Progress now he's up off of the fire. He continues.
Many people don't understand what a narcissist is. Vice Cartel is a narcissist.
Oh my
By
God.
nature. With this video, a few of the Gaza fans, if they listen carefully, they will understand why J Progress is J Progress and a different type of blogger. Because he has emotional intelligence and he understands and respects woman and listen to woman. No.
For just $67, you can generate as many videos as you want and never have to worry about showing your face on camera or using complex editing tools. With only a few clicks with Toonby, you can generate a...
When Shawty did what she did, Shawty didn't care if Vice Cartel would go or Vice Cartel stay. Shawty was more interested in being happy. Shawty has told us over that she has been there and done that because Shawty knew that Vice Cartel is a narcissist. Right? No. Who is Sidem? Right? Sidem has been there for umpteen years while Vice Cartel was in prison. However, Vice Cartel still have Shawty plus other girls while he was in prison. Shorty knew what was going on, and Shorty valued her happiness more than value the facade of being with a superstar or a popular person. Shorty started valuing her happiness in real life. The entire Gaza, Gundam, come attack Shorty. Shorty was the worst woman to move on from a narcissist. Shorty was happy to get away from Vice Cartel. Shorty was so happy that Sidem came into the picture. Because if Sidem never come into the picture, Shorty could have never gotten away from Vice Cartel. It's not easy to get away from a narcissist like that. And a man who have reach, power, money, influence. Now, here comes Sidem, a young, beautiful girl from London. Very naive. Just have a crazy crush on a popular entertainer who happened to start converse with her over social media and on phone and such. It turns out into something. Sidem has dedicated her life to Wait and Vibes Cartel, right? Sidem didn't have a clue what she was getting into. She thought it was going to be that beautiful fairy tale ending. Vice Cartel would come from prison. After she waited for years, they would celebrate, they would get married and run off in the sunset and live happily ever after. No, the reality hit in 2026. Sidem found herself moving to Jamaica. Vice Cartel requested that move because this is one of the traits of a narcissist. He has to separate her from her support group, which is her family and her friends. Notice, Vice Cartel have everybody who he loves and support him around him. Who does Sidem have? If Sidem have a problem, if Sidem want to vent, if Sidem want somebody to talk to, who does Sidem have in those big old house with Vice Cartel and the entire family and friends them there? Sidem is there like a shell. Sidem is depressed. Sidem is being controlled. Remember, this is a man with money, power, and influence. This is what Shorty said. She's been there and done that. And knows that Sidem can't manage it. Sidem has been going through a lot, and it starts to reflect in her physical appearance that other females can sense it, and other people with emotional intelligence can see it. Sidem is being controlled and programmed. And this is what a lot of you guys don't understand. Vice Cartel is a man who has to be in control. This is why he told you guys that Sidem is submissive. No, Sidem is not submissive. Sidem is being controlled. And because Sidem loved the person she waited on for how many years, and Sidem don't want the public embarrassment where people tell her that she was making a mistake. Sidem don't want to prove them right. So Sidem is hanging on, but now it's getting too much for Sidem. Sidem is going crazy inside the relationship. Sidem wanted a break, but remember, you do not escape from a narcissist like that, especially one with money, power, influence, and popularity, and one with a lot of cockroach all over the world to come and slaughter Sidem on social media. Sidem fear the public embarrassment and the public slaughter over social media. And this is why Sidem remained under this for a while. No. Sidem was hoping to get married and run off in the sunset. Even though Sidem family didn't like Vibes Cartel, and Sidem family didn't support Vibes Cartel. Remember, Sidem's sister came down to spend time with Vibes Cartel and Sidem. And Sidem's sister realized that Sidem was being controlled. Sidem's sister took it to social media and tell you what, the Gaza fans them string her up and hang her up alive. With Sidem seeing that, you really think Sidem want to take the chance and go against Vice Cartel? Sidem would rather stay there and suffer in silence, but it's getting a little bit too much. Trouble is in paradise. Sidem want out, but Sidem don't know how to escape. Sidem don't want the public humiliation and the backlash. Vice Cartel make sure do what all narcissists would do. Vice Cartel take her away as far away as he could from our family and anybody where she know. Vice Cartel make sure give her everything that money can buy. That is a nigga form of control. Control you physically, emotionally, and financially. That way, Sidem is supposed to see Vice Cartel as a god. Anything Vice Cartel do, Sidem is supposed to sit down and take it. And then Vice Cartel come back and cry he's sorry and just buy her something expensive and post her on social media and everything good again. But guess what? Sidem was waiting for love. Sidem was waiting for happiness. And Sidem realized that that is not even possible right now. Sidem realized that all the things that she was against as a female and in a relationship, all those standards has been shoved under the carpet and she have to just take what she get. People.
BOGO plus 40% off is now live. This summer, we are giving traders more value.
When I see the woman then, I attack Vice Cartel about Sidem and genuinely concerned about Sidem. And Vice Cartel is talking about them to come out their personal life. The same personal life where Vice Cartel put on social media every day for the whole world to see. So how do you have a personal life that you broadcast on social media commercially for everybody on social media to consume and intertwine with? And know when people have seen the cracks and the problem that's going on in your personal life and address it, now is when you have a problem with people in your personal life. I don't know how Sidem family gonna help her, but Sidem need help. Sidem is stuck with a narcissist. And a lot of the women then across social media can see. And a lot of men with emotional intelligence can see it. And let me tell you something. Sidem is suffering and crying in silence. But guess what? When a woman is stuck in a narcissistic relationship, let me tell you something. It's not an easy way out. And sometimes they may even think that it is love and it is happiness. But when they look into the mirror and realize the person that they are, sometimes it is too late. I hope that depression don't take Sidem to an extreme and she actually hurt herself because she don't have a medium to express herself.
Many still have to figure out why the switch from a Gaza fan to a Gaza hater.
Now, who remembers a J Progress, a big Gaza fan? Who remember that? But here where J Progress go, the run now. Who remember when the video did come out and then it say, I'm another teacher here. J Progress run out in a cultural defense, a care down teacher in a name and culture. But it just so happens that it was clarified and teachers hairdresser was actually a female. Now after that, a few of them come out, go, you don't know, extend their apologies and you don't know those rush them and make them know say, yo, you don't know, you violate, you can't come back over here. But J Progress had the one I want them when they too proud to apologize. See? So lest we forget that was a quick recap on why he's a hater. Now here I go and him now we piss him off the most now. A mad sus go cause all of this now. I tell you how mad sus cause all of this.
Do you hear this, guys?
Mad sus go right in one in comment section them say thank God for TikTok. You see at this point it was clear and definitive proof that who you want to see him actually see him, you know, when he making video them just now react to it. The video them just now strike a nerve. You understand what I say? So when you see that, you know, I say they want to head jeep, guy, man, I say, when I see me think, I want to go and I don't know, I acknowledge me can't get another lion, and then no, not get nothing. Yo, hey boy, mad sus. Me I tell you, say, you know, see the man answer mad sus, man. Me say, when the man, the first mad sus, where the man say, you could have tell, say, I say, it with vengeance. A mad sus go stir up the man, man. See, man, that about woman will teach her this. Tell you this. J Progress, and this is not lion talk. This is the real talk. Disrespect begets disrespect. We don't care who the guy, the man say a thing. We don't have we as celebrities, but we don't also forget say we are human. When people ask the man about where is see them, is because they consider it to be a provoking point. They know what they might do. Nobody now asks that question they out of genuine concern. this them teacher, boy or girl, we not fool up and call up about ya to meet to no standards. You hear me I tell you, we don't feel like say brain game can play about ya when we write the book. Remember, say teacher one of the most lyrical and that from before Wapikill fill up. From when we never know certain rhyme scheme till we can't expect ya them and they set the standard. So if you feel like we can play a brain game with them and they. J progress, if people and disrespect you and you take it, that is on you. But no boy can come play smart about ya and feel like say we are go sidestep it. We go to school for a reason here. So with that said, brother, go and name up yourself, because you still not going to get the acknowledgement where you want. Come out shall we get lion, come out shall we get comments, come out shall we get likes, and no J Progress no get nothing. Go and go suck you.
But here is J Progress to explain why him switch from a Gaza fan to a Gaza hater, why he is no longer a Gaza fan.
So TikTok, we see one little Gaza cockroach run out of the sewer. Him don't even have no name, so him not have no name, so we don't know his name. And this Gaza cockroach go back to 100 of J Progress video. Mind you, when J Progress was blogging in favor of Vibes Cartel, before I realized what kind of person Vibes Cartel really and truly is. Me not blog for no boy. We are whining a brief on social media.
Oh, please.
And I try to send me youths in the wrong direction. Just so you can do the bigger heads them favor to get Grammy and get big accolades. Me not blog for no boy when I have no respect for woman. When disrespect woman and spit in a woman's face and all these kind of things. If you're going to portray those kind of things over live, disrespect and belittle woman, and portray what is actually spitting in a woman's face, how could a man like me who stand for woman, advocate for woman and represent them so strongly on social media, stand for you?
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
I want to trade, right? Let's say I want to try and trade out. This is one, for example. So let's study those. You could expand your charts to see what's going on real times. You could compress it to see what's been going on for a while. This is very user intuitive. You've got no issues with it, right? And one of the things you could also do is.
I don't know why you so look so again. I'm gonna just clean it off.
Let's just try this. Let's say I'm going to invest for my demo account. Let's say I want to, let's try 500, right? 550. We can continue, and I'm going to trade this to be the percentage of it going selling or buying is actually the same. So let's go for this. Okay, we're going to set it, sorry, we're going to set the duration. Let's put the duration to about 1 minute. Let's put 1 minute, right? Confirm. And then let's see how this goes. Right? Let's see how this goes. So in 1 minute time, I'll be able to tell exactly how my trade is going. And we'll see for in profit. Right now we're currently in profit. So let's see how this goes in about 1 minute time. I'll be able to tell you how to trade when. Extra option is quite very easy. You don't need to. You could check through the results here, and you see the trade is currently still going on. Going on, right? And it's just one close. And
guys, I'm gonna check on that puppy.
Right, the ending of this trade. Right, you could also close the trade at
hey, I'm gonna start the fighting. What kind of fighting that's going on there?
Alright, so this trade actually we didn't actually make a lot of money. We didn't even make anything here, but in the demo account you could try more. You have over $10,000 to experiment with, and if you you actually register and start training with women. So Expo Option provides you everything. And I mean, it would just go for it.
A man will claim to say he want to be the face of dancehall. At 50-year-old, pants are dropped on your knee. Same way. When do you grow up, Vice Cartel? When do you become a real man and be an example?
Never,
An
never.
exemplary leader, not just for your kids, but for the youths that will follow. When they want to be like Vice Cartel at 50-year-old pants and drop a body. Wake up every day, drink liquor, the only thing them drink are alcohol, turn one piece of rum and junkie. Idiot. What? A rich junkie idiot makes you no difference. You are still a rich junkie idiot with money. A clown with money is still a clown. It makes no difference. A madman can go buy a lucky lotto ticket tomorrow and win millions of dollars. He's still a rich madman. He won't know to deal with it, but he must still have money. So coming out here every day reminding us how rich you are, does that mean something? And then you come out here, disrespect woman, disrespect all the people who check for you. When I see your Vice Cartel deal with Popcorn, a man like Popcorn, remember Vice Cartel come from prison and try trick the crowd. He's reconciling with everyone. Let bygone be bygone. But you never wonder why I don't ever fall feet. But you never wonder what everybody why I don't ever fall feet. Or it never meant that I don't have Vice Cartel. Why you not tell the people then? See, third one day, you're born to kill and good. The man who you talk every day will make you rich and make you pity them alright in their life. What you do? You set your cockroach them to infest one particular career. You set the cockroach them, the Gaza cockroach them to run out of the sewer and infest one particular career.
I gotta check on the puppies.
From everywhere. You try to contaminate Massacre career, it no work. You ball and beg and plead for alkaline kid.
Oh, I gotta check on the puppy them. I need a phone. See? I told you guys, I need an electrician to come fix the light in place. You see me? So I need to go around the back. I have to use flashlight in my house. Soon come.
This is crazy. There's one design.
YouTuber recommend bikini farming. Bikini farming.
Tell your business apart when the internet tries to fit you into a box. Your business is internet tries to fit you into a box.
Using this against y'all religion.
Infest one particular career. You set the cockroach them, the Gaza cockroach them run out of the sewer and infest one particular career. One particular to drop in vegan from everywhere. You try to contaminate massacre career, it no work. You ball and beg and plead for alkaline, give you acknowledgement and validation, and it never happen. It pain your heart. But guess what? Alkaline still a win, massacre still a win. Bounty killer is still bounty killer, and today bounty killer still have more genuine respect more than you out there in the street. You never see bounty killer yet a wind up and down in a brief pass it. Bounty killer no water down in legacy.
See, bounty killer in a pool.
It was a point when that beat bounty killer too, because this is how blogging world go. You see, in a blogging world, if you're going to blog for Gaza, you have to be a biased blogger. There is not one blogger blogging for Gaza who is not a biased blogger. You have to be biased, because even when there's a problem with Vice Cartel or you need to speak out, you can't do it. I am not that kind.
Dark spot remover, y'all.
I am the kind of blogger. Wait, if it didn't, I saw me put it.
What is this all about from veteran dancehall artist Bounty Killer? Bounty Killer shared this video with the caption stating the uncomfortable conversation most fans don't want to have because them artists don't pass JFK airport yet.
These are the Jamaican-born musicians with the most Billboard Hot 100 entries. Let's get into it. We start with a three-way tie. Dancehall legend Bounty Killer has 3 Billboard Hot 100 entries. Shenseea also has 3 entries. During The Voice, Tessan Chin became one of the few Jamaicans to chart multiple times. Fashion icon and music legend Grace Jones has 4 Billboard Hot 100 entries. Another artist with 4 entries is Diana King. She broke through internationally with Shy Guy. Next is a 4-way tie with 5 Hot 100 entries each. Heavy D, born in Mandeville, became one of hip-hop's biggest stars in the early 90s. Kingston band Inner Circle crossed over globally with Bad Boys and Sweat. Dancehall queen Patra became one of Jamaica's biggest female crossover stars. And Shabba Ranks helped take dancehall to mainstream audiences with classics like Mr. Loverman and House Call. Alright guys, so now we in at the top 3. What you can guess who in at them top 3, yeah? Number 3, Beanie Man, the doctor himself. Beanie Man earned 6 Billboard Hot 100 entries with songs like Who Am I, Dude, and King of the Dancehall. Number 2, Shaggy. With 8 Billboard Hot 100 entries, Shaggy is second on our list. From Bombastic to It Wasn't Me and Angel, Shaggy became one of Jamaica's biggest global superstars with 2 #1 hits. Number 1, Sean Paul. Sean Paul has an incredible 19 Billboard Hot 100 entries, more than double anyone else on this list. With 4 #1 hits including Get Busy, Temperature, Baby Boy, and Cheap Thrills, Sean Paul is officially the most successful Jamaican-born artist in Billboard Hot 100 history. Were you guys surprised by this list? Follow for more.
And Sean Paul not really putting out hits like that. And Sean Paul not putting out hits like that. So a DJ Academics want.
So it's not like, yo, Meg Thee Stallion is fucking balling because the nigga said she gotta share that. Meg Thee Stallion music is literally about shit. I'm a hot girl, I'm outside, I'm fucking for the bag, and now a nigga give you the reality of, okay, shorty, we're gonna give you what you want, but it's gonna be shared with all the bitches.
You have a list?
God damn it, man.
The DJ Academics list is messier than you might remember. Whether it was his on and off relationship with notorious industry bop Selena Powell, his current fling with Diddy and 50 Cent's ex, or the disturbing allegations that were thrown on him by a woman who took a trip to his house. I think it's safe to say that DJ Academic's dating history while in the industry has been nothing but wild. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down his dating timeline, starting with his first public relationship, which was with Instagram model and influencer Angelica GGX, also known online as Logie Gerd. Now the two began dating in November of 2017, just as Academics was transforming into one of hip-hop's biggest media personalities through everyday struggle and his rapidly growing live stream empire. Around this time, Academics' career was exploding, and he would later reveal that he was making between $4 to $5 million a year, putting him up there with some of the highest paid figures in hip-hop media.
I'm the who grows $4 or $5 million guaranteed every year myself. I don't need nobody. I don't need one person. It's me alone. 4 or 5 million every year. I'm telling you the truth.
Praise God.
I can think whatever. Giving you the facts about what's going on.
Unlike many of Academics' later relationships, Angelica wasn't just someone fans occasionally saw on social media. They actually lived together for much of their relationship, making her one of the first women to become a regular part of his private life. And for about a year, things stayed relatively quiet in their relationship. Well, at least publicly. Because behind the scenes, both had said that the relationship was becoming more toxic. And following their split in December of 2018, Angelica went on Instagram Live and painted a very different picture of the man millions watched online. During a nearly 30-minute live stream, she accused Academics of constantly lying, even detailing them having threesomes.
I went through AK's phone. I was looking through his camera roll, and I saw videos of him having sex, not just with one girl, but multiple women. That's cheating right there.
How's that cheating? Like, till the night before you were cool with it. How's that
But
cheating?
still, like, you're not supposed to kiss her on the lips, like
I literally
that,
was
right?
in the shit out of her in front of you, and you were
Like, you
cool.
got feelings for her or something.
No, I don't know. I thought that was the way you said bye. Like, okay, she said
No.
bye. I'm like,
She would also push back against Academics, accusing her of being a clout chaser or only dating him for money.
Definitely not a leech, because I too contribute to the house. When like yesterday, AK needed money. I gave him like $3 to go to the vending machine. He needed cash, like cash.
And according to Angelica, if fame was her goal, she said she would have just stayed with him. Instead, she claims she was the one that broke up with Ak, citing a lack of loyalty and respect.
I broke up with him because I know, like, I deserve better because, like, I'm not even trying to be like narcissistic or anything like that. Cause like I know what I bring to the table. Like I'm so good to him. I'm loyal. Like I'm sweet. I clean. Like I do his laundry. I cook. Like I'm everything a man would want in a woman. Like how my mom raised me to be a woman. I broke up with him because like I was just tired of just like all the lies, all the tricks, just like I felt like I was putting so much in and not getting out. And as a woman, like that's something that like if you like when you love somebody and all they do is just like lie and deceive you, like that really hurts you mentally. If I really go into the detail of our relationship, you guys would be like.
She emphasized that she had previously turned down advances from celebrities, including Young Thug, Sway Lee, and former NBA player Swaggy P, insisting that attention from famous men never motivated her decisions.
If that I was really a cloud chaser, if I was really a leech, that would have been what kept me. I left him, he didn't leave me. My thing is that I can't be giving loyalty to somebody that doesn't give it back. That energy needs to be reciprocated. You can't tell me you're just with me. We living together, but you're out here in the streets acting crazy. At the end of the day, as a woman, I need my respect. That's what I want. And I curved so many people who with more power and more money. Young Thug, Sway Lee, Swaggy P, and that's just a few. So everyone calling me this and that, that's not who I am, and that's not what I'm here for.
However, academics, he told a completely different story.
Shorty literally told me, she said, this comes to my first stream when I did went off. And actually, I regret that stream, but still. She said, you went online and you called me a broke bum. You ruined my reputation, and I'm going to do everything in my power now to ruin yours.
And ultimately, the lies and unappreciation weakened their relationship. But the thing that really killed the relationship was when she was in the hospital for a week, and academics allegedly never came to see her.
And like the thing that really like got me like, this man ain't. I was in the hospital for a week, and he did not visit me or call me.
When the breakup came around, their relationship would only get more dramatic. Academic shocked viewers by going live from inside of his own home following what he described as one of the most frightening moments of his life. Walking viewers through a house that was left in complete disarray, he showed broken doors, knife marks embedded in the walls, a fire extinguisher that he claimed had been used during the altercation. He then made an explosive allegation. He admitted that instead of fighting back, he simply ran away.
I never seen somebody just knock through a whole door, bro. Look, easy, rolling that shit done. Bro, show you sprayed a fire extinguisher in my shit. Look at this.
He later confirmed that he had obtained a restraining order against her, and he warned viewers to never give in to what he had described as an extortion attempt.
And this is what I didn't like, dude. She did extort me. Back, like, a few months ago. But one thing I kept telling her, I said, yo, the more I'm rocking with you, like, every time I stop, don't ask me for money. I hated that shit.
Reports later surfaced claiming that Angelica had been arrested following the incident, bringing one of DJ Academic's most turbulent relationships to an end. And ironically, this wasn't the only time that Angelica would find herself documenting one of Academic's legal situations. You see, earlier in 2018, a video circulated online showing Angelica accompanying Academics to court as rumors spread across social media claiming that he could face up to 5 to 10 years in prison, and allegedly this was over traffic violations and a firearm charge. The rumors exploded across Twitter under the hashtag FreeAK, with countless users reacting to the possibility that one of hip-hop's biggest commentators might actually go to prison. And throughout the video, Angelica remained supportive, repeatedly encouraging Academics and even joking that if he ended up incarcerated, she'd take over his YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram accounts until he returned.
If AK gets locked up, I'll be the one that's like, oh, check it out, it's Academics.
What the fuck, man?
Ultimately, Academics was released
How
shortly
am I
afterward,
doing? Hi,
and the
Roman, I'm
prison
good.
sentence
How are you?
materialized. Still, the incident became another memorable moment in the already chaotic relationship. And even today, it's regarded as one of academics' most chaotic relationships. The next girl on the list is notorious around the industry and was in an on and off relationship with academics. And I'm talking about Selena Powell, who is literally one of the most chaotic women ever linked to academics. Known online as the Black Widow, Selena built her reputation by inserting herself into the lives of famous rappers through viral controversies, leaked messages, and explosive interviews. And over the years, she's been linked to names like Snoop Dogg, Offset, Waka Flocka Flame, Akon, Tekashi 6ix9ine, and more. And although many of her claims have been heavily disputed, it's caused so much drama online. If you want to see more about her, you could actually watch our video on her. We'll have a link down below. Anyway, her connection with DJ Academics dates back to 2017, and ironically, their story reportedly began after Selena had slept with Tekashi 6ix9ine inside of DJ Academics' own home.
She slept with dozens of rappers, right? Then, again, when I met her, really, she came here to sleep or sit.
DJ Academic like the mad girl them. Him love it. Him love that toxic shit. Yeah. You see how him get excited about this shit? Watch him face.
She's just, she was just anything walking.
She's just like a cute little innocent little bunny rabbit. I guess.
I slipped and just she was around my, whatever. Anyway, she slipped in the pool.
Despite that unusual
Him slip and him slide.
Would continue to see each other
In a
on and
Selena
off for
pool.
years, creating one of the internet's strangest relationships. Unlike most women Academics has been linked to, Selena has never completely disappeared from his life. Instead, the two reportedly found themselves reconnecting, falling out, and then appearing together again. And one of the biggest reasons fans believed that their relationship was genuine was because of how publicly affectionate Selena became. At one point, she revealed that she had DJ Academic's name tattooed on her body 7 different times, including tattoos featuring his real name, Livingston.
I have his name 7 times.
Let me see you lying.
Hey, this is bomb. Stop it.
So
AK.
Damn.
And the rest I got covered because I was mad at him. But I had Academics right there. I had Livingston, which is his real name. Academics right there.
What?
Don't lie.
Yo!
And then right here is Academics, Livingston.
Even during periods when they weren't speaking, she rarely covered them permanently, making it one of the most extreme celebrity tattoo stories on the internet. The relationship became impossible to ignore in 2020 because Selena stunned social media after posting photos besides a brand new Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, claiming it had been gifted to her by DJ Academics. And she actually captioned the post saying, "My man said F a Birkin, he got me a 2020 G-Wagon." And Ak appears to play along in the comments, replying, "You're welcome, every raggedy bitch got a Birkin these days, had to get a car suited for a true queen and a boss." The exchange immediately went viral, with many believing that the couple had officially gone public. But like much of their relationship, the story soon became complicated, because later Academics denied buying her the luxury SUV.
Yo, you know how much I'm gonna get if chicks actually think I'm buying G-Wagons? So I allowed Shorty to go and she was giving me credit for a $180,000 car that she bought by sucking hell of it. Swallowed half a civilization's DNA in your throat. Yet you want to give the credit for your $180,000 purchase to me?
Leaving fans questioning whether the gift had been real or simply a part of another internet spectacle. However, one thing that he did eventually admit is that the two were intimately involved, confirming that their connection was much more than internet rumors.
Have you ever slept with Selena Powell? No, yeah, you did. Okay. But here's the thing.
Their relationship continued to
You're
make
gonna
headlines
join
through
now?
constant public jabs and podcast appearances.
Accept
And
your
Selena even
request.
appeared
What's
as
your
the
request
guest on
again?
Episode 75 of Academics Off the Record podcast, proving that despite all their public feuds, the two remain strangely connected. However, at this point, they appear to be finished, and whenever they appear to be finished, another interaction, live stream, or interview would pull them back into each other's orbit. Whether they were dating, trolling one another, or simply keeping fans guessing, Selena Powell became one of the few women whose name stayed consistently attached to DJ Academics for years. And to this day, many fans describe their relationship as less of a traditional romance and more of an endless cycle of breakups, reconciliations, and internet chaos. And the next story on this list, if true, is one of the darkest and most disturbing. And I'm talking about the controversial relationship that DJ Academics had with Zia Abashi, a woman he met online in 2021. Unlike many of his previous romances, this relationship would eventually become the center of a lawsuit that generated national headlines and remains one of his biggest controversies of his career.
Hip-hop personality DJ Academics accused of... For just $67, you can generate as many videos as you want and never have to worry about showing your face on camera or using complex editing tools. With
man.
only a few clicks.
See, I need to fix electrical.
A woman filed a lawsuit claiming the YouTube commentator and then at his house in New Jersey in 2022.
Abashi and Academics reportedly began dating and connecting online in 2021. While the relationship was relatively private, things took a dramatic turn in July of 2022, following an alleged incident at Academics' New Jersey home. And according to a lawsuit filed in New Jersey Superior Court in 2024, Abashi claims Academics invited her to his house on July 16, 2022, believing that they would be spending time together alone. Upon arriving, she alleges that she unexpectedly found two men at the residence. The lawsuit claims she was stripped, given excessive alcohol, and non-consensually assaulted by the two unidentified men before later waking up and finding Academic allegedly assaulting her as well. The complaint further alleges that the following morning, Academic showed her surveillance footage from his home security camera, which had allegedly captured portions of the incident. The lawsuit was reportedly filed after Abashi claimed Academics publicly discussed the incident during a December 2023 live stream, where he allegedly described the encounter as consensual.
And this morning, I feel a certain type of way. So I go down to where I used to play Fortnite, and she come down, and like she like covered up, and she was just like, "Yo, last night was fun." Like she was kind of like mad jovial about like what happened the night before, but I feel away because I seen it on my camera. I say, "Yo, you just got trained by my mans."
She argues that those statements were defamatory and prompted her to pursue legal action. As of now, the civil case remains unresolved, and no court has determined liability regarding the allegations. And for Academics, he continues to deny any wrongdoing, stating that he's going to continue to defend himself through the legal process. During the same time that Academics was with Zaya, he also entered another highly publicized romance, this time with a woman named Cheyenne, often referred to simply as Shay. The relationship reportedly lasted around 2 years, from 2021 until late 2023, and would eventually unravel in spectacular fashion, with both sides publicly accusing the other of abuse, manipulation, theft, and attempts to destroy each other's reputation.
And this is where we get into the situation where you have like a woman with you who just don't understand life, and just also just she's a detractor more than she's an additive to what you got going on.
And unlike his earlier relationships, Cheyenne frequently appeared behind the scenes during his live streams, although he generally kept her identity away from his audience. It wasn't until the relationship collapsed that he publicly acknowledged her by name.
I got this girl who I've been dealing with, and I could say her name at this point because it's just like, yo, it's no water in the bridge, it's just reality. I've been dealing with a woman named Cheyenne for the last 2 years.
According to Academics, many viewers didn't know that he was in a serious relationship because he intentionally kept his private life off camera. And he claimed Cheyenne often wanted to be featured on his streams and became frustrated that fans believed he was single. Academics alleged that one live stream became the breaking point. While he was on FaceTime with Troy Ave, Cheyenne allegedly demanded to appear on camera, repeatedly insisting to show her to the viewers. He claimed that she became increasingly upset after seeing conversations including Whack 100 and Blueface, believing that he wasn't defending her publicly, and he described the incident as an example of what he called main character syndrome.
I'm talking to Troy on FaceTime, tugging on me like, "Yo, Ack, yo, show me, I want to be seen." I'm like, "Yo, bro, chill out, bro. Like, I'm over here talking to Troy. We live. I know they're recording live. We agree this is live. Like, the stream don't want to hear about me and you, man. They came here to listen to me, man. They're like, calm down, like, relax." But you got all these girls that got this main character syndrome, all that type of shit going on. So she's tugging on me like, "Yo, show me. Like, I want, like, people think you single." I'm like, "Bro, like, what's up with you?"
One of the most significant revelations from that live stream involved the 2022 police raid of Academics' New Jersey mansion, the same incident connected to the allegations that were later made by Zaya Abashi. Academics explained that Cheyenne was inside the house when the police executed the search warrant. According to him, officers forced entry into his home, handcuffed everyone inside, including his mother, and questioned him about allegations that another woman had been SA'd at his residence. He claimed that Cheyenne would later attempt to use that traumatic experience against him during arguments, despite, according to him, not knowing the full circumstances surrounding the investigation. As the relationship deteriorated, the accusations became increasingly public, and academics would claim that she stole $500,000 from him.
I'm not checking the money all the time. I had money just sitting there. I gamble. When I gamble, I pick money up cash. I get a new money counter. I said, let me try my new money counter, and I get the bands. So I like count my money and wrapping the bands around them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're not like that. I'm sorry. So I'm counting my money. But I had $1 million. I remember I had $1 million. Now I might have given my mom like 30 grand here. I might have, but I should have like definitely over like 950. Definitely about 100. 900,000. I count my money. I got $400,000.
In October of 2022, after a viral video captured academics trying to break up a fight
Gotta
involving
see
Cheyenne
Thurman,
and two
guys.
other women at a party, during the altercation, he was reportedly heard shouting, "I'm the prize." And that clip quickly went viral online, and he was mocked by a bunch of people, including Freddie Gibbs, with academics later explaining that Cheyenne had been drinking and became jealous of other women approaching him for photos, and he said that he was simply trying to stop a fight. And what's crazy, despite academics screaming that he was the prize, Cheyenne had on multiple occasions showed him that he wasn't.
That's what I'm talking about.
Who FBG Butter, he told?
Is crying in the police station with an Alpha Davis signature.
So he signed papers. He signed a statement.
All right, so yes, in the police station. Same case I got, yes. Doing the same shit, but signing papers in the police station, man.
Everyone thinks weak erections are a testosterone problem.
Oh my
It's
God.
never about testosterone. And almost no doctor is going to tell you what actually causes it. Most men blame age. It's not.
After their breakup, the accusations became even more public. In early 2024, Cheyenne posted a series of Instagram stories accusing academics of domestic. She shared a photograph showing what appeared to be a bruise beneath her eye, claiming that she had never needed to wear so much makeup until dating him. She alleged that the injury occurred shortly before the couple traveled to London together. Cheyenne also mocked the podcaster online, claiming that he would frequently go 5 days without bathing, joking that he smelled like tartar sauce. In an interview, Cheyenne stated that she had gotten pregnant by academics but aborted it since he wasn't ready to be a father.
What happened with you and Akin having a baby? I know you mentioned
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to have one. But now, like, he's been, like, super pressing me to have a baby now.
So did you get pregnant?
At first, I did it, like, a year ago.
What happened? He did the abortion on you?
I got an abortion. Well, he was basically, he was, like, super mean when I got pregnant. First of all, he was super, super mean when I got pregnant. He was on some shit, like, if you have a baby, like, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to take care of the kid. Like, he was on some shit like that. So I was like, I'm not even going to deal with that. But now he's on some, like, before the summer ends, I'm going to get you pregnant. I don't know where the switch came from. I'm not even going, I don't know where.
Hey, yo.
I don't know where the switch came from, but, like,
Yo.
I think it's more some, like, on a way to try to keep me in his life. Is like, say, like, you know that he knows that I wanted to have a kid at a certain point. So now to try to keep me around, he's like, okay, I'm gonna get you pregnant. So just wait until it happens, you know?
So you got pregnant. He told you to have an abortion. What was that? Like, was it just pop a pill, or did you have to have a full blown like operation?
First, we're not finna talk about this.
And to date, neither side's allegations have been proven in court, and both continue to dispute each other's versions of the events. Nevertheless, this is still one of the most toxic relationships that academics has been a part of. And that brings us to his current situation, which is also one of the most unexpected because it's Diddy's and 50 Cent's ex-girlfriend. And I'm talking about his relationship with Daphne Joy, who's the mother of 50 Cent's son, Sire Jackson. And we also just did a 50 Cent video just a few days ago that you should check out. You see, after years of making headlines for her relationships with celebrities, Daphne found herself at the center of another viral romance in 2026, this time involving AK. Their connection began shortly after Daphne appeared on Academics' live stream, following the controversy surrounding a leaked tape. Academics managed to make her laugh during what she described as one of the most emotionally difficult periods of her life, and the chemistry between them quickly became apparent to viewers. Soon afterwards, Daphne appeared on both Cam Newton's Funky Friday podcast, as well as on No Jumper, where she surprisingly admitted that she found Academics genuinely attractive. Not because of his appearance, but because of how he made her feel. When Cam Newton asked her if she would actually go on a date with Academics, Daphne didn't hesitate.
Would you go on a date with DJ Academics?
Oh, yes.
Is that a possibly yes, maybe yes, or a hell yes?
I'm ready at 8 p.m. right now.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's not about the looks. It's about how someone makes you feel.
Okay.
She also told Adam22 on No Jumper that beneath Academics' loud personality and profanity, she could tell he was sincerely interested in her.
Like, a lot of people were kind of throwing him in the like simp category there because, you know, the smile on his face and stuff. And Academics gets girls and everything, but I feel like you had him feeling a certain type of way.
Oh, I love that. Definitely. He's a really large voice. And I just find him so hilarious. As I told him, like, underneath all the vulgar words and the profanity, I definitely could see a man that was honestly attracted to me.
Not long afterwards, their online flirtation turned into a real-life date. And in June of 2026, Academics revealed that he had taken Daphne out for dinner, later sharing a hilarious story about how nervous he was throughout the evening. And according to Academics, the moment he opened the menu, reality hit him. Knowing that Daphne had previously dated wealthy celebrities that included 50 Cent and Diddy, Academics admitted that he started stressing over the bill, but still he kept his composure throughout the evening, joking that he couldn't even let her know that he was panicking. When the night was over, he claimed that he spent thousands of dollars on the dinner, and he even humorously revealed that he had taken a honey pack in anticipation of the date, a comment that instantly went viral across social media. And who knows, maybe they really like each other or they're just trolling online, but look, to each their own. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe. It helps us out a ton since we're a smaller channel. Also, maybe check out one of these videos on the screen. YouTube thinks you might like it. But in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.
Into vibe coding but don't know where to start?
Peace.
Everything you need to know about building apps with Replit in 60 seconds. You just describe what you want and click.
The fucking fly just attacked me, man. Scare me. Bella this morning, guys. Bella this morning. You wonder when this happen? When the hell was you effing?
The official, the same thing at 29 and 28 years old. Very young, young lady. Three beautiful kids. But you're married to a narcissist. And instead of you leaving the marriage, you rather bring your body down. Left, right, left, right. To earn a boy, you gonna love yourself. The official, you don't love yourself a bumper class. You can't tell you that. The official, you can't love yourself. Only thing you love yourself is love time for clothes and mother on TikTok. And you love class. Even shit back in the blood clot and no boy, no broke ugly boy in the name of husband. Can't take this a shit back girl like a friend. Blood clot, the official.
She shit bad for true.
And you have this blood clot country boy, I think like a really must go. In July, they want to fuck and be for the streets. You let him go for the streets. You can't. You know, and a marriage, you know, that is no marriage. That is not my example of it at this point. Because if you step on a screen and me hear these say, if July, they fuck today, I'm kind of a fuck tomorrow. I'm going to, even though I know where I'm going to put up that unnecessary fuck. No dirty broke.
Posted this to her IG. Today we said goodbye to my beautiful mommy, MJ. There are no words that can ever capture what she has meant to me or the heartbreak of having to say goodbye. My mom was the heart of our family. She taught me everything that truly matters. To love your family fiercely, to be kind, to show up for people you love, and to never take a single moment together for granted. She taught us that family is everything. She showed us how to love unconditionally and how to find joy in the little moments. She showed me how to face life's challenges with resilience and faith.
Everything. Oh, biggest fear. Biggest fear. I try not to fear. What's your biggest fear? I don't want to see it. Why did you ask me that? I'm crying. Just losing.
The screen is shaking.
Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Focusing on the areas that's
In a recent freestyle, Jay-Z went
needs to
nuclear
be
on
erased.
everybody that had words for him.
No dark
except
spots.
the biggest
Period.
voice of all.
Yo, Jay-Z better not respond to Drake. Man, tell that old writer's obituary or eulogy. He better not.
Academics is not as big of a target as Drake.
Need to
yet,
call
or
electrician.
Nicki, but he's considerably bigger than other people like Gilly,
Need to call
Oskino,
electrician,
Jaguar
guys.
Wright, and several others that caught some strays. And when you break down the ongoing battles between Academics and Rock Nation, you'll see how Jay-Z certainly views him as a threat, but has strategically decided not to mention him at all. For many years, Academics has been one of the most vocal critics of Jay-Z and Rock Nation, and particularly how they handled a situation with Tory Lanez and the management of their biggest artist at the time, Megan Thee Stallion. In 2022, Academics pointed out that Megan Thee Stallion appeared to be getting preferential treatment over Meek Mill, who had parted ways with Rock Nation following the collapse of the Dream Chasers imprint label he had launched alongside The Rock.
I don't think Rock Nation has done a thing for him. Rock Nation, the management company, by the way, he signed to Atlantic still, through Atlantic and through MMG. Rock Nation's done nothing for him. Let me tell you what a management company should be doing for you. Management company should be doing for you exactly what they're trying to do for Meg Thee Stallion. Have you seen Meg Thee Stallion on Rock Nation versus Meek Mill on Rock Nation? Meg Thee Stallion getting every award, every commercial, every bag in terms of Fashion Nova. She got this collab, she got that collab, Louis, Gucci. Everybody wants to like do stuff with her. That's money that she's getting. She's getting these looks, and even in the midst of her going through this, very disgusting thing with, the whole thing with her Tory, which you can believe whatever way you want. The bags don't stop for Meg. Meg is good.
When Academics dug deeper into Megan's case with Tory, he found himself siding more and more on Tory Lanez's side. Before the trial, Academics interviewed Tory and even called him out for not defending himself enough online.
I talked to you a bunch of times privately, but I always said, why doesn't Tory just explain to everybody? Just tell people what really happened. Just speak to the people, because the narratives are starting to go against you now. The narratives are saying you're the bad guy.
And during the pre-trial hearing, Academics was the first person to speak about the inconsistencies of the DNA evidence on the gun. Academics tweeted, "It was revealed in court a few moments ago that Tory Lanez's DNA was not found on the weapon in the Meg Thee Stallion case. This post went viral. He broke this news,
makeup, no
and Megan Thee Stallion responded with, I know some of y'all on payroll,
no makeup,
but please
no
don't
filter.
get sued trying to create a hate campaign.
No makeup, no
Be a
filter.
real journalist and post facts." She also posted, "Y'all trying to win a social media campaign? This is my real life. Y'all trying to get retweets spreading false narratives? Academics, why are you lying? What did you gain?" As it turned out, Academics wasn't lying. The DNA evidence on the gun was inconclusive, and ultimately, Tory Lanez was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison. Where Academics became a particular nuisance for Rock Nation was when he continued to claim that Tory was innocent after the trial, or at least suggest that the story wasn't all it was made to seem. As well as trying to poke holes in the case, he regularly raised questions about Megan's character. On one string, he broke down how Megan got signed to Rock Nation from 1501 Entertainment. 1501 Entertainment was run by Carl Crawford, and this allegedly involved a man named T. Ferris double-crossing 1501's owner and former baseball player, Carl Crawford.
If you don't understand why him and Meg fell out, essentially, which this happens a lot in the music industry, this dude was cool with this other guy named T. Ferris, right? T. Ferris kind of becomes like her day-to-day type of person. He's the label manager, right? But him and T. Ferris are business partners. T. Ferris realizes, and this is what happens when a lot of people try to snake people out, it's like, yo, rather than get a fee here, yo, I could get more from Meg if I get Meg away from this and bring him somewhere else, I'll get a bigger role. That's where Rock Nation comes in. So T. Ferris pretty much kind of concocts, allegedly, a plan to get in between him and Meg, and then convince Meg that she's better off going to Rock Nation, right?
And obviously, Rock Nation is interested in just signing her directly, right? So this is what he's explaining. So basically, it's his own homie that really slimed him out. You know what I mean? But this is the music industry. Your own friend will cut your throat.
And this is how Rock Nation signed several artists.
That's so Rock Nation started managing Uzi. They told him to leave DJ Drama and Don Cannon. That was their whole beef. Rock Nation started managing Bobby Schmurder. Tell him, yo, gotta get out of Epic Records. You gotta get over here. Rock Nation.
Them just collect them and part them.
You gotta leave that that baseball player. Come over here.
Crawford has claimed that he spent $2 million on building Megan's career from nothing. She was
Look,
from Houston.
I even have a dark spot on my fingers and it take it out. Look.
So this dispute had led to Crawford
The
questioning.
other day I was frying some oil. I was frying some fish. And you know you have a little method where you hold down the fish in the oil so it get like really cooked, right? The oil burned my fingers, you guys. You see? Yeah, but it's gone. See? It's like a magic eraser. Look, you remember when the dog motorbike, you remember when the dog scratched me? When I went to the dog room and the dog scratched me. A big mark was right here, you know. You see, taking it out? Alright? Oh shit. You remember the dog bite I used to have on my leg? See the dog bite here? That's a dog bite. Dog bite gone. Yeah, and you know, I need to focus more on it too, you know. Yeah, I need to start putting the dark spot remover can go anywhere in your body. You guys can go on your face. It can go on your intimate areas. In them parts there. Why the light is acting up, man? Yeah. Just apply it. And don't be cheap with it, guys. Use a lot to take out the marks them. I even have some spots here on my knee. So apparently going around in the construction and thing, making the content. You know, I like to be up in everything, guys. So when I'm making my videos and thing, I'm up there. Especially when the guys are mixing the concrete or when the dogs burst the concrete. Then them jump up on my leg and scrape up my leg and thing. Yeah. The concrete does trigger off my eczema as well. Because what it does, it entraps. The dirt gets stuck on my legs from the concrete, so my pores get clogged up. The creams take them out, guys. You notice? Alright, the other day I have some videos. I'm going to release them. I have a video. Oh my god, you should see how the sun do my feet. The sun do my feet the worst way. And the sun and the cement. And then the mold as well in the house. That really do me really bad. Like really, really, really bad. Tax season done now, right guys? Just know that couple weeks from now, these mother effers will be gone. Give me another month, guys. It was much worse than this, you know. Imagine the whole of my leg was like this. The whole thing broke out because of the concrete. Right? So, I cleared that shit up. Thank God.
Megan was really shot by Tory and supporting the alternative theory that it was Megan's friend Kelsey.
Like this girl Kelsey she had at a time when people was dying every 3 to 4 hours.
Chad, this is the same story I told you we keep hearing. She started talking to Tory. She catches COVID. She was moving around with Meg though, right? At first Megan's not sweating it. Okay, now talk to Tory. She catches COVID, goes back to Houston. Meg starts Tory. And this is why Meg's whole team never knew about the whole thing with Tory, because Meg used to take private jets and sneak behind her assistants and other employees' backs, and even at times her security.
Alongside Megan, Ack has also covered some of the more salacious stories involving Jay-Z. In December of 2024, an explosive story alleged that Jay-Z had raped a 13-year-old at the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards. The Breakfast Club and many other news outlets were cautious about showing any support for this young girl or even addressing it. And Ack argued that this should be how news outlets cover every allegation against someone.
Diddy has 26 lawsuits. What's going to happen to him if he goes to jail in his criminal thing, which is only at this point based on Cassie. Some of them lawsuits going to get dismissed. It's inevitable. Some of those are going to be proven as make-believe. I know y'all are defending Jay-Z, but should those women who accuse Sean Combs that eventually get their lawsuits being dismissed as frivolous, should they go to jail too? Or do y'all just lump Sean Combs as, he guilty anyway? Because here's the thing. When y'all start standing up, you can't pick one to do it for. Pick all of them. Okay? And I'm glad that they're looking at it like this. But my only thing, that's why I'm playing it, y'all can't only say, we're going to look at this different this one time.
This case was dismissed, and coincidentally, a scandalous news story about the girl's lawyer, Tony Busby, emerged soon afterward, and Academics was quick to put two and two together.
TMZ, who historically reports on the likes of the Kardashians, Kanye's, they report on A-list celebrities, ran an article about Tony Busby being sued for giving a woman an STD. This lawyer is not a A-list celebrity. We don't got to do math here, people. Rock Nation planted this shit. Rock Nation got TMZ doing their work. We don't got to do too much math. TMZ is running an article about a lawyer, saying the lawyer, hey, what y'all talking about with Jay? The lawyer who sued Jay, he gave a or I don't know, allegedly, or gave something. It just says venereal disease. I'm going to have to read I didn't actually pull the lawsuit, but it says something. When I seen this,
allegedly,
yo, Jay just turned the inquiry and the finger pointing at him that as the creep.
In response, Academics jokingly apologized to Rock Nation.
Tory's my mans. I ain't gonna turn against Tory, but I got no more opinion on that, okay? Tory, you on your own. you on your own, Tony. Tory, you on your own, brother. Rock Nation is too goddamn powerful. I'm just bowing out. I'm just gonna check out IPs. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Yo, Jay, see you at the brunch, gang. I'm sorry. Y'all ain't, nah. See you at the brunch, gang. I'm sorry. Chat, don't act different when I'm at the brunch. Sorry, okay?
The Rock Nation brunch was a highly exclusive event which usually took place before the Grammys. Gilly, who was also mentioned on this freestyle, explained to Shannon Sharp how many people view this event.
See, you gotta understand. I'm this one, right? They call us, right? They say, Gilly, we want to invite you to the Rock Nation brunch. I said, why would I want to come? Why wouldn't you want to come? I said, you want me to keep it real with you, or you want me to lie to you? Keep it a buck. I said, the Rock Nation brunch ain't of nothing but Jay-Z putting a bunch of on the lawn and then going in the back door and saying, I told you I still run it. Give me the money. Wow. You think I'm letting it use my brand?
Academics also spoke out about Jay-Z's name appearing in the Epstein files and how Jay-Z was once again immediately deemed innocent.
You ever see the Kendrick fans when, like, you defend Drake, they're like, of course you would defend a PDF. You probably weird too. I wonder if those people are going to take the same type of thing about Jay-Z. Is anyone who would maybe look at this and say, nah, I need more info about it, whatever. Are they defending Jay-Z or what? So
ultimately, you could argue that Jay-Z and Rock Nation aren't aware or simply don't care about Academics, the biggest platform in hip-hop media. But in 2025 and in 2026, there's an abundance of evidence which suggests that they view Academics and his entire team as a very serious threat. In October of 2024, Megan filed a defamation lawsuit against the blogger Milagro Grams. As part of this lawsuit, Rock Nation subpoenaed Academics, alongside Aiden Ross and several others, to a deposition in August of 2025. During this call, Academics was asked why he still thought Tory was innocent.
What's your basis to believe that he was wrongfully convicted?
The basis would be, I sat through and watched, in hip hop, I cover the majority of trials and the majority of cases. And I not only have to do that, clearly I'm not a lawyer, you are, but I review all of these details, court transcripts of all these testimonies. And I thought the burden of proof was on the prosecutor to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Tory Lanez was not only in possession of a weapon, but shot Miss Pete. And I had a lot of doubt. There was a lot of doubt that I thought was more than reasonable. So under that premise, I don't see, or I couldn't stand behind a decision to put somebody in jail for 10 years when there's more than what I believe is reasonable doubt that he didn't commit these crimes. So,
And even though this was a lawsuit between Megan and Milagro, Ack was suspiciously asked about other artists.
I've never been paid to promote Drake, which trust me, I'm not that happy about it. Okay, maybe my blind loyalty prevents me from getting that money. Anyway, never with Drake, and never with Nicki, even though I wish I did.
Later that year, Roc Nation allegedly took things much further. Academics claimed that Roc Nation had hired private investigators to stalk and follow both himself and his team. Grand Wizard, who runs the Academics TV account and has been Academics' right-hand man for nearly 10 years now, had leaked a telephone call where it appears that a private investigator was outside his home in Melbourne, Australia.
Do you know who you're talking to?
You flew 14 hours though. You obviously, I have a big castle in Melbourne. Why would I not stay at the big castle in Melbourne? I have a big castle in Canada,
Y'all gotta, whoever the private investigator is, y'all went to the wrong place, wrong continent. Maybe it's because I'm friends with 6ix9ine, but it's in Canada. Y'all gotta get there.
And in April 2026, Ack and his team received several copyright strikes, all of which came from videos which spoke unfavorably about Jay-Z's interview with GQ.
Hey, chat, there's some very interesting going on. I got one for y'all here. We're gonna have to be careful in covering this. I don't know if I told you. I don't like consider it war, but it kind of does feel like it's war with Roc Nation at this point. Roc Nation issued about 10 strikes to affiliated and platforms and assets that are either directly controlled by me or the brand or affiliates recently, because we had some really, I don't think it's scathing comments, but we were skeptical about Jay-Z and we criticized the interview. Now you could say this is just, coincidental, but we got about like 10 strikes. Okay? I could even show you proof of the strikes. They actually claim that they represent Jay-Z. And it was an interesting way how they sent the strikes, because they claimed they bought an exclusive license to like a picture that everybody uses as Jay. And I guarantee they didn't try to flag or make strikes against everybody who used that picture. But clearly, they're trying to, Roc Nation is such a slimy place, right?
More recently, Academics has complained that he and his team members continue to be stalked.
In the last few days,
Yo que tú me descargaría ya AliExpress y elegiría 3 artículos. Yo ya lo he hecho.
You know what? I deleted my photos, but why is my storage still full?
Most people keep using it with full storage, and these 3 mistakes can never free up their iPhone storage. Number 1 is deleting photos manually. Number 2 is deleting all the apps on the phone. Number 3 is buying extra cloud storage. I am begging you not to do these iPhone mistakes. Instead, use Cleanup. Open this. Optimize storage. Get rid of your duplicate photos and videos. Delete promotions and spam emails.
I have gotten, and it can't be towards me, but it is in a roundabout way trying to threaten the people around me. There's people outside supposed Grand Wizard's house taking random pictures of him. Oh, we got the pictures now. They've been circulating these pictures. There's people asking, some of the people who do memes and stuff like that, and who clip for us, go into their houses, their girlfriends, mamas. And at first I was like, all right, I'm the public guy. Like, I want all the smoke. You come over here, you gonna meet gonna be 4 Rottweilers and 50 guns. But people, they don't mess with me. So I was like, what's going on here? But everybody around me started getting targeted. It's kind of interesting. I got.
Guys, I'm tired now. I'm getting tired now. For sure. For sure, for sure.
I told recently. There's a ongoing dossier that was paid for and financed. I'm being paid for and financed. That all of the stalking, the this, that, and third, and a lot of frivolous lawsuits said, Milagro, maybe you were part of it too, or maybe you're also on the list of. And I want to keep this again. By the way, Barbs to Nikki, make sure your queen is safe. I hear they are stalking and they took pictures of all of the people outside of their premises. Yes, I looked at pictures of what they claim is Grand Wizard outside of this house. They took his paparazzi. It's crazy.
While all of this was kicking off, academics received a very interesting call from Charlemagne.
Shout my man Charlemagne, he gave me a call. He said, this was going around. I seen it. So what? Where'd it come from? I don't know. Oh, okay. Charlotte, if I wasn't supposed to air you out on that, it's okay. But listen, I got to get to the bottom of this. I hear Laura LaRosa got it in the background. What Laura LaRosa got? What? Then I hear, oh, you got like.
Well, guys, I'm done. I'm done, so. Motorbike, thank you so much for the gift. Are you holding the wall? Oh, Reptilian is here. Lord of mercy. Good thing I'm gonna go to my bed, you know. You can hear the jungle outside. Good thing I'm gonna go to my bed now. I can't take you on right now. I want to sleep. I don't have time for you right now. Why you wait till 3 o'clock in the morning to come attack me? What God, my next foot of shoes, that man. Guys, I legit falling asleep in the chair. Like, yeah. I'm gonna go to my bed. That is my cue. So go catch some sleeves. Thank you for spending the whole damn day with me. Guys, I will be streaming forever until I can afford to buy a BMW and put myself up in a nice condo uptown. Yes, so subscribe and share and like this video. And my birthday just come and it gone, but we're still celebrating because you know you have only one life to live. Thank you guys so much. Bye. Mwah. Later. In the morning. Why this thing not hang up?